This is Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law. Metro News Hotline is a 3-hour audio tour navigating the world of sports, news, entertainment, tech, and more from a Mountain State point of view. For your entertainment, Hotline is a no politics zone. You can join the conversation. Text the show at 304-825-5304. 304-TALK-304. Or call 800-765-8255. Here's the host for Metro News Hotline, Dave Weekley.
All right. Hello, West Virginia. We're back for more in the 304. Time to get it done in the 681. Time to start this 3-hour audio tour for Friday, April 3rd, Good Friday, 2026. Metro News Hotline comes to you from the Salango Law Studios. Visit salangolaw.com. Coop, how you doing in there? How's it going in there, Coop? Coop, good to see you. What about Essie? Ready? Does she have an Easter bonnet? How's the fam?
Sir.
What?
Sir.
What?
Sir.
Oh, Matt Guitar Murphy. My. Oh, this is going to be a bumpy ride.
Oh, boy.
No, I don't know. It's not going to be so
It's
bumpy.
not going to be bumpy.
Bumpy.
I mean, it might be.
We're going to be together a few days, right?
Yeah.
Because Coop's off until like next
Wednesday,
holiday.
I think, Wednesday.
Yeah, he comes back on Wednesday.
Comes back on Wednesday. And hello to you as well, Ryan.
Hey.
And we don't say Happy Good Friday, do you?
I do.
Do you? You just did.
Yeah.
You just did. So, Matt, you ready to go for the show today? Have you seen, well, you've been working on the show. You're producing the show. So you can see we can't get anything else inside this bad boy with a crowbar, baby.
We are jam-packed.
Beautiful day outside, 79 degrees. This is the kind of day that you catch a sunburn if you're not careful, right? Cloudy day here in the old WV. And there was a little bit of sprinkle action, weather term.
This is one of those days where, depending on what weather app you're looking at, one will say, oh, it's cloudy and dry, and then the other will say rain in 5 minutes.
Yes, that's exactly right. So are you ready for Easter, Ryan?
No.
You ready for Easter? Well,
not yet.
Well, I'm glad to hear it because we have a lot of Easter stuff in the program today. I think we're going to enjoy talking about It's a very religious holiday.
Yeah.
It's a very, very religious holiday.
I haven't bought the chocolate eggs yet.
But that's coming up, though, right?
Yeah.
That's coming up.
Once I leave for today, I'll go and buy some chocolate eggs.
Now, the three of us will be back together for Buy or Sell. That'll be at the top of the 4 o'clock hour. Mm-hmm. What else is in this thing today? So we got the crosstalk segment that we're involved in right now. We can't go back. We can't start over. The podcast has already begun for those of you who are listening to this sometime in the future. We have the Sound of Sports. We got the follow-up file, which is packed today. The the follow-up file is insanely packed today. Buy or Sell at 4 o'clock. Talking TV and more at 4:25. That's the entertainment report. Pat Strader with Beer Friday, and don't we need that now?
Yes, we do.
5 o'clock hour. Brad Howe's going to come in hot from Las Vegas. Did you watch any of that West Virginia basketball game last night?
I did not watch, but I was checking
you heard
some
about
of the
it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, it was one of those crazy – it's like there's nobody in the arena, but like everybody in our state is watching the game. It's like nobody – outside our state, nobody could care less about this game, but everybody at home is watching the game. They had a cutaway shot last night of the stragglers of the Stanford band. There were like maybe 9 or 10 members, and there were no fans around them.
Oh, wow.
I mean, like they were playing and nobody was even reacting. Man, it kind of reminded me, there's nobody in the gym when you're watching the game and you can hear the sneakers squeaking.
Oh, that's a good point.
You can hear sneakers and you can hear fans like, come on, defense. Yeah. You can pick out individual fans that are literally at the game. So West Virginia won. Well, actually, it was probably more like Stanford lost the game. There were so many crazy things that happened at the end of the game. Like 14 seconds to go, Stanford is up by 3. They've got an 85% free throw shooter at the line. So what do you think happened?
He missed?
He missed. Then you have a situation where do you foul? Do you foul the player before he gets a chance to throw up a 3-point shot that could potentially tie the game? Well, they botched that too. So literally, they foul a guy, and sends Honor Huff to Huff had like a miserable game for probably 30 minutes last night. So he threw 3 free throws up and none of them even hit the rim. And, when you get that kind of a game into overtime, Stanford was not going to win. Stanford, they were at that point, their shot had been shot. And West Virginia wins, and so they'll play again. They'll play the Creighton Blue Jays tomorrow night. West Virginia hasn't played Creighton in a while. It's been 20 years since the last time they played. West Virginia beat Creighton in the NCAA tournament by 2 points. The game was in Cleveland. So West Virginia has virtually no history with Creighton. Of our fan base, what percentage of our fan base do you think knows the nickname of Creighton?
15 to 20% max.
I think you're on to that. Would you have known Creighton's nickname?
No. I don't even know where Creighton is.
It's in flyover country, man. I mean, nobody. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
No idea.
But so they will play. They will play on Saturday afternoon in the really tight window before the Final Four games begin. So, I don't know. I actually think that's a pretty good window. I mean, do you really want to sit around and watch guys on a TV set do the talkie talk for 2 or 3 hours before the Final Four games actually begin?
Isn't
or
that
if you're
what
like
we're doing?
Well, yeah, sort of. But I mean, if you're at a party or whatever, don't you want to turn to a game?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you do bring up a good point. It is
it's a pretty
strategic.
good. Yeah, it's a pretty good window. It's a pretty good window. I had some Easter stuff for you guys.
Uh-oh.
You ready for some Easter fun facts?
Lay some Easter eggs
Let's do it.
Let's see. Do you still buy a new outfit for Easter?
No. I don't buy new outfits for anything.
Did your parents ever buy you a new outfit for Easter Sunday?
No.
No.
Do you know anybody who owns a bonnet?
Well,
You probably do. Probably do.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I know people whose kids have bonnets, so I guess that means they technically have one. Yeah.
All right, Ryan. I mean, your dad.
Are you suggesting that my dad wears a bonnet?
I'm not suggesting that your dad wears a bonnet, but I'm just saying that your dad probably runs in circles with women who wear bonnets.
What's that supposed to mean, Dave?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
You need to stop this line of questioning right now.
I'm
Move
just,
on to the
I'm
next
just
thing.
saying, an upper class individual probably knows somebody who owns a bonnet.
Yep.
Is that fair?
That's
I have.
fair.
Was that well?
That's fair.
I thought that I stated that pretty well.
I
actually.
have an entire other half of my family. You could have asked, Ryan, does your mom wear a bonnet? Does your sister wear a bonnet?
You know what I would have said? Your mom probably looks very fetching in a bonnet.
How dare you say that? Why are you talking about my mom like that?
I know. I shouldn't have even. Why did I even go down
This
there?
guy, he's just digging himself a
Why
bigger
did I
hole.
even- Let's talk about chocolate bunnies.
Oh.
Okay,
Yes,
let's talk
please.
about chocolate
Please.
bunnies. 76% of people eat the ears of the chocolate bunny first.
Yes.
Are you part of the majority, or do you start with the tail or the feet? That's what we get the hot topics on this show. When you're eating your chocolate bunny, 3 out of 4 people go for the ears first. It is kind of weird though, right? When you look down and you have this, it's a chocolate animal, what part of the bunny do you eat first?
Well, you eat the part that's closest to the head because assuming it's alive in this weird hypothetical of yours.
It's not alive. It's not alive.
You would want to go for the head first because it's the quickest and painless.
What do you think?
I definitely the ears. Yeah. Who starts with the feet?
Yeah.
Well,
Who does this?
Well, I mean, if you eat with the feet, you could probably eat the bunny all the way up to the end, up to the head, and just say,
that's just prolonging.
"Sorry, buddy, it's just business." This is all transactional.
You
It's
bite
just
the head off first, and then you don't have to worry about it because it's not staring at you anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
I suppose that's true.
There's no guilt.
Yeah,
Legs and tail at that point.
Yeah, that's true. And we're getting really closer to the real story about how chickens do meet their demise.
Well,
Yes. Okay, here's another one. When do you age out at an Easter egg hunt? When do you age out? Like when you tell your parents, like, I can't wait for the Easter egg hunt, and it's like mom says, no.
So this is an interesting question here. I'm actually DJing an Easter egg hunt for the city of Nitro tomorrow.
Okay.
Shout out to Joe Stevens.
Hey, Joe Stevens.
But they do...
Big day for him today. Orioles playing the Pirates.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. But that's the thing. They do, like, different age groups so that, it's not a bunch of big kids beating up the little kids to get the eggs. But it's, that early teens is kind of the cutoff, I think. I think once you're headed to middle school, you got to get out of the egg hunt.
Yeah, 12.
It's
12, yeah.
Is 12 too old?
Yeah, I think it's when your brain gets a bit too good at pattern recognition, because they're fairly brightly colored eggs.
So, let's focus in on this. 11, okay.
Yeah, 11's okay.
12,
pushing
not okay.
12, pushing it.
Okay.
13,
not
okay.
What if you're a big 11-year-old?
Do you mean like mature for their age?
No, I mean
or like physically big?
No, like physically big. So you've got an 11-year-old who's maybe 5 feet tall, and suddenly that
what 11-year-old is 5 feet tall?
Listen, I've been dealing with some Pop Warner football. And
I was
some
5
Little
foot
League.
tall when I was 11 years old. What are you talking about?
If you go to an Easter egg hunt and you've got like an 11-year-old who's maturing that's 5 feet tall, and he's pushing like a 5-year-old out of the way to get to the eggs. I mean, let's try to build a mental picture here. So, but you're saying like 11 is good, but 12 is not.
Well,
I think.
And where does this fall in relation to the argument of how old is too old to go trick or treating? So, can you be in that weird window where you're too old to be involved in an egg hunt, but you're still in the pocket for Halloween?
I think it depends on if you have younger siblings who are also participating. Like, for a single attendant to an event, I would say 12 is pushing it, 13 is definitely the cutoff. But if you're like, say, 13 years old and you have a 9-year-old sibling, then sure, it's socially acceptable for you to participate because you're there with your siblings.
All right, say, for example, here's another hypothetical for you. Say you have a physically a big 11-year-old who's 5 feet tall, and then you have like a cute 25-year-old small woman. What do you do there? I mean, can you tell a really cute girl to get out of the yard that this egg hunt is not for you?
Here's the thing, especially if we're on the topic, maybe not so much Easter egg hunts, but you mentioned Halloween as well, trick-or-treating. If you're older, you have to be dressed up. For Halloween, you got to be in a costume. I don't care if you're 16. If you're dressed up, I'll give you candy.
Yeah.
The Easter eggs, I don't know why, but I feel like they're two different holidays.
All right,
different standards.
I gotta say, I got tons of Easter stuff I want to talk about today. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen in an Easter basket?
Peeps.
But when I say weird stuff, I think un-Easter related stuff that just kind of gets thrown into an Easter basket. I mean, have you ever seen an Easter basket that has like 4 or 5 eggs, a couple of chocolate bunnies, and then like an apple?
A super soaker.
A super soaker.
Yes.
I had a Easter basket one year that my mom put Pokemon cards in it, which is very cool.
Oh, very cool.
Not Easter related.
No, not Easter related.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff Jenkins is here. Jeff, we were talking. You were in the Golden Horseshoe, right?
Yeah, when's the show starting?
Well, the show's
early?
This is this is actually the show. Believe it or not.
Oh, it is. Okay,
this is actually the show. You did the Golden Horseshoe, right?
3 boys did. Well, I'm sure I did,
Okay.
but I did not. I did not win the Golden
Do you
Horseshoe.
know what the fun fact is about Easter in the Greenbrier?
I do not.
Okay, in 1914, the Greenbrier in White Sulphur Springs began staying open year-round, okay? It used to be a seasonal resort. That very first year, the president, Woodrow Wilson, and the First Lady chose the resort for their Easter vacation.
Oh, okay.
So it was on Easter of 1914 that the Greenbrier stayed open all year long, and that was the opportunity for the president and the First Lady to spend the Easter holiday at the resort.
How about that?
All right. You want a sports-related Easter fun fact?
Sure.
I got Easter facts for days, man. I get Easter facts for days. It was on this date in 1966, Game 1 of the NBA Finals. That tells you how long this season is now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, the regular season in the NBA still has about another half dozen games.
Yeah.
In 1966, this was the date, the Easter date, that was Game 1 between the Celtics and the Lakers. Jerry West scored 41 points in that game.
Wow.
41 points on that game in an overtime win. But you know who won.
Oh, yeah.
You know who.
Celtics won like 6 straight.
Yeah,
right?
you know who would go on to win.
Yeah.
How many, Jeff, did you ever put any of your kids in a new Easter outfit on this holiday?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
absolutely.
dealing with peasants until you got in here
Yeah.
and started giving me giving me a reality check.
Hey, don't-
right? You're supposed to get a new outfit on Easter.
Don't bring my socioeconomic status into this, Dave.
What a minute.
Peasant. Sorry, we can't all be royalty.
Well,
like
wait
you.
a minute.
Wait. Whose vehicle's out there? What vehicle did I see out there in the parking lot?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. So it is Easter, and as you can tell, Easter weekend. And it's Good Friday today, so we're happy that you're tuned into the show. Tell you what, let's do the question of the day, and it's sponsored by Salango Law, and it is Easter-related. What are some of your favorite Easter-related meals and specific foods? And secondarily, Peeps. Are they a delicious seasonal treat or an inside joke that should be banned? Okay, that's what we got for you today. That's our question of the day, and it is sponsored by Salango Law. What are some of your favorite Easter-related meals and specific foods? And Peeps. Are they a delicious seasonal treat or an inside joke that should be banned? And we have a lot of people who've already responded to this question of the day. If you follow me on X, you get an update on that about 90 minutes before the show begins, technically at 3:06. This is technically the show, Jeff. So let's go ahead and get an update on what's going on in West Virginia news. What's going on today?
Well,
there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there is. We have some tragedy today, Dave. Unfortunately, we've got 2 coal miners who have died. So there had not been any coal mining deaths in West Virginia. And in the last 24 hours, we have 2 deaths. One took place in Raleigh County at a coal mine near Pettus. There, a 53-year-old man from Chapmanville, shuttle car operator, was killed when a large rock fell on him Thursday evening. And then less than 12 hours later, about 10:30 this morning, a coal miner in Marshall County, at the Ohio County mine in Marshall County, was, it appears, pinched between 2 pieces of machinery and suffered some fatal neck head injuries. He was about 30 minutes from the surface. Took him 30 minutes to get him out, and they attempted CPR, but he also tragically died. And so we have that story at the website, WVMetroNews.com. Julie Folks was on Talkline today. That is a sellout now.
Completely sold out.
Completely sold out. Marshall against Illinois State in the WNIT championship tomorrow. A couple other stories. One, you can see it at the website, WVMetroNews.com. Senator Capito has announced that the federal government, through one of their Department of Transportation programs, will fully fund the replacement of the Dunbar Toll Bridge.
Nice.
Yeah, so the Dunbar Toll Bridge, which no longer takes tolls, but the
Right.
Dunbar Toll Bridge that hooks Dunbar and South Charleston across the Kanawha River, is in need of replacement. I mean, it's been around a long time, and so it's going to pay for that and the another bridge that you use, Dave, the Kanawha Turnpike Overpass Bridge. It overpasses I-64 that needs a little work, right?
Man, I'm on that Dunbar Bridge all the time.
Yeah, so they're replacing that. And those 2 projects, $65 million.
Wow.
So you can read about that. Other stories we've got posted right now at WVMetroNews.com.
Hey, and one of the other stories I really liked today was about the Ruby Summer Concert Series lineup's been posted today.
Yeah.
And some of there's a couple of tribute bands, but they've got some other stuff too. The Fabulous Thunderbirds, Hanson, Matt, how many guys are in Hanson? There's 2 Hanson brothers, right?
It's 3, I believe.
Oh, is there 3?
I think so.
And
Okay.
that series has been growing every year, becoming more and more popular there in Morgantown.
38 Special, also going to be, and that story is at the website as well. Jeff, thanks.
See you, Dave.
Appreciate it. We'll take a break, come back with more in just a moment.
To the big-hearted, the bold, the teachers, the growers, the builders, the change makers. We need you. We are the Peace Corps. In more than 60 countries, we go the distance to make a difference. We're volunteers, partners, communities, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you looking for more? Then we are looking for you. Join us at peacecorps.gov.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. You can join the movement to end hunger by donating, volunteering, and advocating. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Being blind doesn't always look how others may think.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support and where I can be seen.
Innovative research, educational resources, supportive community. The Foundation Fighting Blindness is leading the charge in finding treatments and cures for blinding diseases. Learn more at fightingblindness.org. A public service message from the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
Every day, we fight to preserve magnificent places and wildlife, to keep our water and air safe, and to advance clean energy and combat climate change. We are Earth Justice, a national legal nonprofit fighting for your right to a healthy environment. We are Earth Justice, and we're here because the Earth needs a good lawyer. No one fights and wins more cases on the environment than we do. Want to join us in this fight? The time is now. Go to earthjustice.org today. That's earthjustice.org.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
I was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Need a break from the headlines and mindless drivel? Metro News Hotline brings you that much-needed afternoon distraction, but with substance. My decades in journalism, plus a passion for everything from baseball nostalgia to the latest tech trends, mean insights you won't get anywhere else. Coop brings the pop culture know-how and good-natured ribbing, while your calls take things in surprising directions. Tune in for the lively chats that are refreshingly different. Find us from 3 to 6 weekdays on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Virginia Metro News, I'm Jeff Jenkins. Marshall County OES Director Tom Hart says a coal miner suffered fatal injuries this morning in a Marshall County section of the Ohio County mine.
They believe that he got caught between a couple pieces of machinery. They had called for air medical, but they ended up canceling that, unfortunately.
Hart says the miner was about 30 minutes from the surface. He says CPR was attempted. The name of the miner has not been released. The death was less than 12 hours after the first mining death in the state this year. Tragedy at the Panther Eagle Horse Creek mine in Raleigh County when a large piece of rock fell onto shuttle car operator Aaron Warwick's of Chapmanville. That was Thursday evening. He was 53 years old. Read more about both deaths at WVMetroNews.com. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers tells Metro News it's been able to remove all oil from R.D. Bailey Lake in Wyoming County. The oil had reached the lake after spilling from an Appalachian Power substation upstream. The Corps' Anna Marie Ward says although they're confident it's cleaned up, they're keeping an eye on it.
Our team on the ground is continuing to monitor and maintain those floating boom systems for a little while longer, just as a safety precaution.
Metro News' Chris Lawrence writes more about the cleanup at WVMetroNews.com. The Easter weekend has already started for many. Governor Patrick Morrisey giving state workers a half day off today. You're listening to Metro News. For 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Game day in my house is everything. I get out of class, I grab my gear, and get to the game because I can't wait. And my dad, he does the same thing. He's an official here in West Virginia. He makes the tough calls, stays cool under pressure, and knows ball like nobody else. I want to be just like him. You can too. Sign up at highschoolofficials.com.
Looking to advance your career without putting life on hold? Earn your MBA from Glenville State University in as little as 18 months. Choose from in-demand concentrations like artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and healthcare administration. Whether you're leading teams, analyzing data, or protecting digital systems, our programs are designed for working professionals who want flexibility and results. Take the next step with an MBA from Glenville State University. Learn more and apply today at glenville.edu.
13-year-old Andrew Grigsby of Morgantown will be at the Augusta National Golf Club in Georgia this weekend competing in the National Drive Chip and Putt Championship.
Just so exciting just to be able to go there and just hit a golf ball there is a dream come true, and super excited to do it.
Grigsby says he plays golf most days after school. Augusta will host the Masters next week. Before that, the Chip, Putt, and Drive Championship. With this Metro News Minute, I'm Jeff Jenkins.
I was proud to be a soldier.
I told the truth and got kicked out.
And so I thought to myself, I'm taking this rule down.
If you're an LGBTQ plus veteran, your memories are important too. Share your story with the Library of Congress Veterans History Project, where firsthand accounts from U.S. military veterans are preserved and made accessible for researchers and future generations. Visit loc.gov/vets to submit your stories, photographs, and documents today.
All right, welcome back to the show. 26 minutes till the hour. Oh, the Metro News hotline. The pick up the red phone. We actually got a phone call.
Hello,
phone lines work.
Caller?
Hello. Unscreened phone calls. Hello, Alex Thomas. Are you on the line?
Weekly.
Oh, dude, I'm so glad to hear from you.
What is going on?
What is going on with you? How's that beard?
It's going, man.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, Dr. Thomas, to the beloved audience members,
right?
He had a beard. William, my brother, had a beard, and so now I'm growing the beard, and it looks trim. It looks good. You'll be surprised. There's a lot of people on Capitol Hill who have beards too. I'm not as bushy as Matt Guitar Murphy, but at the same time, I'm looking all right.
All right. After you left us, for the listeners who remember the bad boy of Metro News, what are you up to these days?
Yeah, right now I'm the Washington correspondent for the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, so I cover the Arkansas congressional delegation, which, not to get political, because I know this is a politics-free zone.
Yes, it is.
But we have one of the strongest delegations on Capitol Hill, Dave. You're talking about out of 6 members, 5 are committee chairs, which is just it's unheard of among states. And the good news is there are some intersections with West Virginia. I talked to Shelley Moore Capito last week about permitting stuff when it comes to energy projects. So I keep in touch with my homies.
All right. How's your mom doing?
Shelley Moore Capito.
How's your mom doing?
She's mom.
She's still asking about me?
Retired.
Oh, that's right. She's retired. Oh,
Both
man.
of my parents are retired now.
Oh, that's nice. Nice.
Congratulations.
They left Thank you, Ryan. You guys didn't give him a gift. Thanks a lot.
Hey, I've noticed also that you have been one of the people who are watching us on the YouTube channel on a regular basis. How's that working out for us?
I am. So It's looking good. Jake and I will send each other clips every once in a while. Mr. Jake Flatley, who's now a father.
Daddy.
I know. How about that?
Yeah.
I know.
So, Jake's having a family. I hear other former staffers are doing well, and I'm just in my lonely apartment eating Chef Boyardee.
Hey, man, I miss our conversations about North Carolina basketball and Georgia football. So what's your take on this breaking news today that Tommy Lloyd's got a 5-year deal at Arizona and he's not going to come to the Tar Heels? What do you think about that?
It's weird, Dave, because I remember us talking about when they announced Hubert Davis, he was going to be the new head coach. You were very opposed to the idea of keeping within the family,
right?
Of keeping the head coach within the Dean Smith family. And it seems like your feelings at the time have now been vindicated. Hubert, I think, is a good coach. I think that it's unfortunate what happened, obviously. On paper, this should have worked out well. Alum, worked on Roy's staff for eternity. It's just unfortunate that never worked out. So I don't know who your backup guy is. Who's plan B?
Billy Donovan's the best.
That doesn't excite me.
Now, I have to say, Billy is a friend. I hosted Billy's coach's show when he was at Marshall. I have a lot of respect for him. He just lost his dad within the last year. One thing I think that's really interesting for people who really don't know the Carolina story like you do, they say, well, North Carolina's a great job. They got tons of money. Traditionally, North Carolina has really not paid a lot of money for coaches in basketball, but I think they're going to have to break the bank this time.
And the thing you have to remember is, Roy and the line of Carolina coaches, they were very big on giving back to the university and giving back to the Carolina family. And if you're going to go into that system, you have to either decide, it's kind of like that meme with the castle in the sunshine and the castle in dark shadows. Are you going to be a Roy Williams kind of coach, or are you going to be a Bill Belichick kind of coach? I don't want to be a Bill Belichick kind of coach. I've seen how that's worked out, and I'm not feeling too optimistic about the fall, David. I'm not feeling optimistic at all.
Hey, you want to do a little bit more? Ryan, do you have something specific you want to say to Alex Thomas before we move on?
No, I think I'm good.
You good? Okay.
Wow. Hey, go Wolfpack.
Go. Oh, nice. Oh, there you go.
Snake, man. There you go. The definition of a snake.
There you go.
But Alex and I pretty much text each other every day. We keep in touch.
You want to do a little Easter trivia? Let's do a little Easter trivia. How many chocolate bunnies are produced each year, Matt? How many chocolate bunnies produced each year?
Is this worldwide or just the United States?
This is just what I've got from Parade Magazine. Okay. So I'm going to say...
I'm going with 300 million.
That would be incorrect. Ryan, how many chocolate bunnies are produced each year?
1 billion.
No. Alex, what are your thoughts? How many chocolate bunnies produced each year?
I'm going to go with 40 million.
90 million.
Oh.
90 million. The first Easter eggs were dyed what color? Matt? First Easter eggs,
blue.
What color? Incorrect. Ryan?
Brown, because it was the only paint around during the Great Depression.
Incorrect. Alex, what color were the first Easter eggs?
The Great Depression, when Dave was a wee boy. I'm going to go with yellow.
Incorrect.
Pastel yellow.
Red is the correct answer.
Oh.
One more. In the 13th century, the church prohibited eating what during Holy Week? Matt.
Chicken.
Incorrect. Ryan, what in the 13th century, the church prohibited eating what during the holiest week?
It's got to be shellfish.
Incorrect. Alex. Think about why I'm asking this question. In the 13th century, the church prohibited eating what during Holy Week?
Oh, gosh, I'm not a very good Methodist in the first place here, Dave. I'm going to go with bread?
Eggs.
Well, that's not a meat.
Eggs.
Oh, well, now hold on,
man. How many egg things have I done in the first 40 minutes? You guys didn't know that?
I said chicken, and eggs are just liquid chickens.
Well, I'm not going to fight you on that. I'm not going to fight you on that.
Same lineage, Dave.
All right. Alex, you the man. Thanks for coming on.
Grateful Dead Friday, Dave. Best of luck.
Oh, yeah, it is Grateful Dead Friday. Oh, we're hearkening back to the old days. The classics. The classics.
The
Alex.
segment you killed.
That's true. Fair enough. Alex Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming on the show. I do appreciate it. All right, well, we built it, so let's do it. Let's do the sound of sports. Let's get into it. Start with college basketball. Just in case you missed it, WVU's still playing. not in the NCAA or the NIT, but in the relatively new Crown Tourney in Las Vegas. And in this made-for-TV event, the Mountaineers kept local fans tuned in last night with an improbable late rally to advance to the semifinals with an overtime win over Stanford. Here's WVU's Ross Hodge on the win and the comeback.
Our group is about as resilient of a group that I've ever been around. Again, whether it's a tough loss or games where we're not playing very well and we look just kind of down and out, they have an ability to stay together and keep playing for each other. So super thankful for them and really appreciative that we get to have a few more team meals and a few more team dinners and a few more film sessions, and that's ultimately what you're fighting for this time of year.
So when Stanford took an 8-point lead with less than 3.5 minutes to play, Honor Huff said the Mountaineers were still confident they could win the game.
And at the end of the game, Coach just said it. I might have some tough twos. I don't usually do that. But, you just have to find ways to win. And I think our slogan that we like to say, and it starts from him, is believe, serve, compete. And the first one is believe. And as soon as we left the huddle down, what were we down, 7?
6 or 7, yeah.
All we said was believe, like we're going to win this game. And we got it to OT, and we didn't want to give them a chance to get up that lead again, and we wanted to close it out.
All right, so West Virginia plays Creighton in the next round in the semifinals. They'll be mating for just the third time ever, and the first time since the Mountaineers' 2-point win, 63-61 in the 2005 NCAA tournament in Cleveland. More hoops in a moment, but the Pirates' home opener is at 4/12. Get it? Today against the Orioles. One of the biggest stories today will be the Major League debut of Uber prospect Connor Griffin. Rumors are swirling he'll be signing a 9-year, $140 million deal. That's not official yet, but he's playing today and seems fairly confident as a 19-year-old about to make his debut in the show.
Yeah, I mean, this team is loaded. I get to come in here and just be a piece of this puzzle. There's a lot of guys that are on this roster that are doing great things already for our team, and I'm just thankful to kind of join the group and can try to contribute myself. And these guys they're warriors, and they're ready to win games, and I'm ready to do the same thing. Final Four is set in Indianapolis. Two heavyweights in Michigan and Arizona from the Big 12 will meet in the second semifinal tomorrow night. Arizona's Tommy Lloyd says at this level, freshmen tend not to play like freshmen.
And these kids are maybe a little more worldly than people give them credit for. And then, it depends on how they've been raised and their maturity level. So our freshmen, I literally don't look at them as freshmen right now. I just look at them as good basketball players. And I felt the same thing with John's team at Duke last year. We played them twice at the start of the year. Yeah, maybe they're young. We played them at the end of the year in the NCAA tournament. They were just really good. And so to me, that's the formula, is just really good players.
Illinois meets UConn in the other semifinal. Here's the Illini's Brad Underwood on UConn, who upset Duke in last weekend's regional finals.
Excited for our fans, excited for our university. It's an incredible opportunity. Looking forward to seeing all the orange and blue in Lucas Oil on Saturday night, and looking forward to the challenge of playing a great UConn team, and obviously one that very, very tough and has no quit in them. So, we're excited to be here.
And from the ice last night in Tampa, the Pens were 6-3 losers to the Lightning at the Ice Palace. The Bolts, Anthony Cirelli had a big night with his second career hat trick.
Good try. Up ahead, Gonzalez gives it to Cirelli for the hat trick. Anthony Cirelli, and down come Matt.
All right, so the Penguins remain in second place in the Metropolitan Division, 3 points ahead of the Islanders, while the Bolts now move into first place in the Atlantic. Here's the captain, Sidney Crosby, on the loss last night to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good team, so it's going to be tight checking. I think you have to expect that. It's just a game of mistakes, and you can't make mistakes that we made against a team that's pretty opportunistic. And if it's tight, it's tight. But we got to make sure that defensively we're stronger.
Tough night in Jersey for the Caps. Washington lose 7-3 to the Devils. Team USA Olympic star Jack Hughes had a huge game, 2 goals and 3 assists.
Cross-ice pass to Hughes. Around Sorted. Jack Hughes through center. Across the line, Brown. Brown a toe drag to the backhand. In front, Hughes! Brought to Hughes again! And the Devils open up a 3-goal lead.
The Capitals will host the Sabres tomorrow night in D.C. And in Raleigh, the Blue Jackets' ill-timed slide continued. Carolina topped Columbus 5-1. Logan Stankoven with a pair of goals for the Canes in the first 9 minutes of the game.
I'm never complimenting you to your face ever again.
I know that every time I have given him the attaboy, he comes with something self-deprecating. Now in front, Hall, and they score! Taylor Hall! Career goal number 300.
No.
Or do we have another one for Logan Stankoven?
That's right.
Front. Give it to Stankoven with the tip. His second of the period.
Yeah, it was Stankoven. Stankoven got the goal. All right, so with the win, Carolina checked into the playoffs for the 8th season in a row. That's impressive. For the Blue Jackets, they managed only 10 total shots last night. That was a franchise record for the Carolina defense. The Jackets are back home tomorrow in Columbus to host Winnipeg. Finally, WVU spring football. Practice continues in Morgantown. Rich Rodriguez had this update on Thursday's workout, and he doesn't sound all that happy.
Pretty good athletes. We should have more depth if we're lucky and don't get anybody hurt. But it's still a lot of work in progress. I think we're still kind of learning how to play and the level of intensity. Today, I'm not happy with today's day. I didn't think the intensity focus was as good as it needed to be on either side of the ball.
All right. Meanwhile, a little WVU football recruiting news. The Mountaineers got a commitment last night from speedy running back Lee Prince Jr. from Carroll City in Miami. He's also a track star and verbal to West Virginia over offers from a host of schools, including Florida State and Oregon. Let's take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for the follow-up file.
If you have a child who's a junior in high school in West Virginia or know someone that does, please listen up. Here's your opportunity to win a full scholarship from West Virginia Wesleyan College that includes room, board, tuition, and fees. The 19th Annual West Virginia Scholar Program is presented by ZMM Architects and Engineers and the West Virginia Farm Bureau. The deadline is May 3rd. For details, go to WVMetroNews.com to apply. That's WVMetroNews.com. Remember, application deadline is May 3rd.
Golf Week called Pete Dye Golf Club one of America's best modern courses. Golf Digest recently called Pete Dye one of America's 100 greatest courses, and Pete Dye calls it 18 of the most exciting and memorable holes I've ever built on one course. Pete Dye Golf Club invites you to join the only course named after the legendary designer himself. National, corporate, and local memberships available now for a limited time. Visit PeteDye.com to learn more. Come play where the Mountaineers play at Pete Dye Golf Club.
Metro News Hotline, brought to you by Salango Law, will return right after these messages.
There's often an assumption that my nasal congestion, my sneezing, my runny nose, these are just things that I have to live with. A lot of times patients will tell me, I've tried every allergy medication, every nasal spray, I've done it all, doc. And then I'll frequently say, what about this? You need to come to the WVU Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center. If those things haven't worked, there are new options, new treatments. There's probably something we can do to help. You don't just have to live with those symptoms.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off, or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
You want to know what West Virginia is talking about?
It's good to be back in Morgantown today.
Now it's different.
I think it's mostly just business.
What I voted for and what I think makes the most sense.
Well, Dave, this has been a bit of a controversy.
I want to thank the caller last week that said I sounded like Hoppy Kurtzville. That was flattering.
Join Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows Monday through Friday for Talk Line on Metro News Television.
Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save
leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia. The High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Stay connected to what's happening today in West Virginia.
What about this and what about that? And it just went back and forth. And I was just the guy reading the text. Okay, so what's your take on the whole thing?
Well, now you just get me fired up. Now
right.
you just
so I'm gonna turn on. I'm gonna run down to Wendy's and grab a burger, and I'll be back.
Join Dave Allen weekdays for midday on Metro News Television.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
All right, welcome back to the show. Hey, Ryan, what time's the traffic? What time's the traffic reports begin on the network?
There is no traffic today, Dave.
Really?
Yep.
What is it?
Canceled.
No cars?
Nope.
No cars.
No cars.
No one's driving.
All right, we'll just kick back and enjoy more Easter trivia.
People
let's not do that. Let's get into the follow-up file. When we started our question of the day segment, we wanted to read all the responses, but we started getting too many to do that. Some would come in so late or even after the show was over. We couldn't find a way to get that stuff into the show until now with the follow-up file. Pirates calling up Connor Griffin for today's opener against the O's. Here's the question. Who's the biggest star you ever saw play before they became a household name? Who was a player that you were sure would be a can't miss that actually missed? 304-389. Hey, Dave, I thought Alek Manoah was a surefire pitcher in the big leagues, but unfortunately not so much. I felt the same way. Hey, you never know. That story's not completely done. Old School 58 on X. Dave, I coached against O.J. Mayo in the 4th grade, and I knew then that he was good. We also played against Steph Curry that year. Beckley played that team in 05. Rick in Salem. Zendo Chara, when he was playing for the AHL Kentucky Thoroughblades at Rupp Arena. Chara spent like 25 years in the NHL with the Islanders, the Senators, the Bruins, the Caps. I don't think I'm leaving anybody out. He also added, Kajana Carter was probably the biggest draft bust of my lifetime, with the exception of maybe Ryan Leaf. I think you're probably right. Let's go Mountaineers. Dave, I knew them when Kurt Warner at Pineville High School. Biggest miss was Dana Holgerson as a head coach. Question of the day earlier this week. If you were one of the 4 astronauts on Artemis 2, what's the one song you'd have to play as you watch the Earth get smaller in the window? Hey, Dave, this is Jennifer from Tornado. If I were to go up in Artemis 2, which I would never do, I'd be listening to Somewhere Over the Rainbow. 304-642. Dave, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, sung by that Hawaiian guy. That's Brada Is. A very famous singer on the islands. We had a couple of people say, leaving on a jet plane. How about this? 780-865. Dave, Silver Machine from Motorhead. This is Zach listening in Alberta, Canada. To our Canadian listeners, let me say, where have you been? I've been waiting for you to have my back for years on this show. Let's see. The NFL is starting flag football in 2028. Should the Big 12 and WVU add women's flag football, and should West Virginia add high school flag football? 304-838. Dave, should not have flag football in West Virginia. Hard enough to get high school coaches for the existing sports. 304-552. Dave, WVU needs a softball team, not flag football. We had a lot of response to our questions of the day. Thanks this week. Thanks to everybody who sent stuff in. We do it every week at this time. Let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap the hour in just a moment.
Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law, will return right after these messages.
sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
The conversation starts long before the game.
He doesn't do this to other guests, but every time I'm on here, he creates distractions.
Disrespectful.
With his phone. I mean,
I have to have the phone on in case Pete Thamel breaks another story.
Join Tony Carini, Brad Howe, and Hoppy Kercheval for Three Guys Before the Game. Metro News Television, available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, smart TVs, and online at wvmetronews.com.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. Take your pick from our massive selection. Now up to $5,500 off select new Acadias and 3.9% for 60 months. The great deals continue with our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
There's often an assumption that my nasal congestion, my sneezing, my runny nose, these are just things that I have to live with. A lot of times patients will tell me, I've tried every allergy medication, every nasal spray, I've done it all, doc. And then I'll frequently say, what about this? You need to come to the WVU Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center. If those things haven't worked, there are new options, new treatments. There's probably something we can do to help. You don't just have to live with those symptoms.
Well, that was an hour. Certainly was. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot more to come on this Good Friday on the program. We'll take a break for news at the top of the hour, come back and reset our question of the day. Oh, it's Friday at 4 o'clock, and you know what that means. It'll be time for Buy or Sell. And Beer Friday's coming at 4:33. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Hoppy Kercheval, 5:55 a.m. How early did you get in that day, by the way?
Probably 3:30. Probably 3:30.
How long did you do sign-on shift?
I signed on like 7 years.
Not all.
6 days a week for 7 years.
Lightweight.
I know. Couldn't do it now. Now when I wake up at 3:30 is to go to the bathroom. And go back to bed.
Welcome to the 2 o'clock hour, Metro News Midday, powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com on a Wednesday, and I apologize because Stephanie Pauly is our producer, one of the producers of the show, and normally she has everything. We have a thing we call the run sheet, when we have who we're calling and what we're doing and so on. And so, and Stephanie, I don't even know whether you know this, I did the run sheet today, and I put the wrong date on. I put 2025 on it, because how many of us in modern day actually write the date out anymore? I mean, you did it when you were in school, you did it back when people wrote checks and whatever. This may have been the first day that I have written the date down, and I was responsible for putting together the sheet. And my co-host, the lovely and talented AB, starts the show by saying January 24th, 2025, because she read it directly off the sheet, and it is indeed the year of our Lord, 2026.
Oh yeah, he did find something out. Something, you're related to Thomas Jefferson?
Well, no, I'm not related to Thomas Jefferson, but I am related to Samuel Kercheval, who was a historian.
I'm going to tell you something about Samuel Kercheval. Him and Jefferson out smoking corn silk. Kercheval told him, Thomas, I don't know about this country. Might want to start again.
He could.
So I don't have a monitor here, so I really can't see what happens at the beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point do I pop up? When the music starts and Mr. Announcer comes on?
Yeah.
So they see all the little panic things that I do that I'm still in the process of setting up?
Yes. They see you shuffle about uncomfortably. They see you blow the dust off your headphones. They see you put in like 2 cough drops at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I don't do 2 at the same time. Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know that. I should probably... Now, these shows are archived, right? So I can go back and watch them.
Yes.
So I could live this show in real time and then go home and, when I say something to Linda like, hey, did you hear when I did this? And I don't watch it. Well, let's get in front of the TV and watch me do it again for 3 straight hours.
Yes, it's archived just like the audio podcast.
Ah, that's right.
And see, this is the thing that gets the NCAA in trouble, when it goes to court here. Is there a clock or not? Greg, we talk about the clock all the time. Mm-hmm. If he began in 2019, the clock should have run out, whether he's played the 4 years or not. And that's part of the argument, because some guys go right through the clock, right? TJ Finley, we've mentioned many times on this show. 7th team coming up this year. He's playing for Incarnate Word. He's played 7 seasons at 7 different schools. Now, why hasn't his clock started? Why doesn't he have the 5-year clock? So if you're Aguilar, I get it.
He just bouncing him off the ropes. Somebody save this man. Oh, my Lord. Oh. Very nice, very nice. He hit him with everything he didn't want.
Ten seconds remaining.
There'll be a direct snap here.
Snap back. It's Tyler. Tyler fakes the run. He throws. He's got an open man. Pass top 10. 5. End zone. It's a touchdown. Pulled in by Nestor. 3 seconds left.
Are you kidding me with the play call right there by Kevin Whiteman? Again, forget the game-winning field goal. Whiteman says, we're going to try and win this thing right now. The direct snap to Tyler sucked everybody up, and Nestor slips behind. What an unbelievable gutsy play call, and then perfect execution by these Falcons.
Things aren't always going to be great. And sometimes, you can work really, really hard and it's still not great. You're still not successful. But, if you continue to do it, one way or another, things are going to be work out. You're going to be successful. And it may not be in the world's eyes, but, God's made us this way. He's blessed us with so many things. And I think that's one of our attributes that we need to have is we're going to continue to work. We're going to continue to work hard. And if it doesn't work out exactly how we want, just keep plugging away because God's got better plans.
This is Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law. Metro News Hotline is a 3-hour audio tour.
Navigating the world of sports, news, entertainment, tech, and more.
From a Mountain State point of view, Hotline is a no-politics zone.
You can join the conversation.
Text the show at 304-825-5304.
304-TALK-304.
Here's the host for Metro News Hotline, Dave Weekly.
All right, welcome back to the show. Hour number 2, How Do You Do? Metro News Hotline, keeping you company here in West Virginia every weekday afternoon on the Metro News Radio Network right up until 6 o'clock. Hey, wherever you're listening to the show today, inside the state, beyond the borders, just trying to get a read on what's going on back home on Easter weekend. We hope you're having a good one out there. We're doing okay here in Charleston. Thanks for asking. 79 degrees as we operate out of our flagship 580 WCHS 1111 Virginia Street East, 2 blocks down from Charleston Catholic High School. We got a lot of stuff for you in this particular hour. We will reset our question of the day. We'll play buy or sell. Matt, you probably came in here thinking you were going to need the Wall Street bell, right? You know where it is?
I do.
You do? Because we have a weird situation today. It is Easter weekend. So there is nothing really happening on Wall Street. There are no energy futures being traded today, no nat gas, no oil today. So basically what we had at the close yesterday, that's what we've got today. We had a very brief opportunity to trade some interest rate devices this morning in Chicago, but only for a couple of hours. From like 9 a.m. to about 11:15. So can I just hear the bell just for a second?
Oh, I suppose.
I just need to hear the bell because I'm kind of old school.
Here we go.
Let me have the. Feels good.
That's the sound of Dave Weekly making money.
That is one of my favorite noises right there. All right, so tell you what, let's go ahead and reset our question of the day. It's Easter weekend. And it's our question of the day. It's sponsored by Salango Law. What are some of your favorite Easter-related meals and specific foods and peeps? Yeah. Are they a delicious seasonal treat or an inside joke that should be banned? Those are the questions of the day. What are some of your favorite Easter-related meals and specific foods and peeps? Yeah. Are they a delicious seasonal treat or an inside joke that should be banned? Text those in 304-TALK-304, 304-825-5304, or you can reach me on X. A lot of people do. At Weekly, W-E-E-K-L-E-Y, one word, 3 E's, W-E-E-K-L-E-Y. Oh, here's Matt listening out in Utah. I wonder if he's working. He texted you earlier today.
He did, yeah.
So has he got his feet up, or is he out there working it?
I don't know. I didn't
Friday?
ask.
Send Matt another text. Go ahead.
He probably heard you.
Yeah, he probably did.
From one Matt to another.
That's right.
He says, Dave, I'm a traditionalist. Ham and deviled eggs. Peeps are the Easter treat in all caps.
Ooh.
And for any other time, haters can go away. Wow.
Okay.
A line in the sand.
Okay.
Like, don't at me, bro. He loves his peeps. Jennings on X. Dave, ham, scalloped potatoes, stuffing, pickled eggs, deviled eggs, rolls and butter. Can't stand peeps. They should be banned and sent into outer space. That's why this was a good question of the day.
There you go.
Here is Kip on X. Dave, ham, scalloped potatoes, pickled eggs, deviled eggs, rolls. Definitely out on the peeps. Bananas for WV on X. Dave, I remember my mom always made my dad deviled eggs for Easter. I like to get the white chocolate and peanut butter eggs the old ladies made at the church each year.
Ooh.
I usually don't like peeps, but the Dr. Pepper peeps are not bad. So that's an interesting variety of topics on the old peeps. Okay. So, hey, keep it going. We want to know what you think about this. Question of the day, what are some of your favorite Easter-related meals and specific foods and peeps? Are they a delicious seasonal treat or an inside joke that should be banned? And one thing I want to get into quickly before we get into buy or sell, I asked Ryan this in the break. You've never watched the movie The Ten Commandments?
No.
Matt, have you watched the movie The Ten Commandments with Charlton Heston and the amazing scene where he parts the Red Sea?
I have, but it's been a long time ago.
It airs tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. It has to start at 7 o'clock on ABC because it runs for 4 hours and 45 minutes, including the commercial breaks. ABC has traditionally aired the 10 Commandments since 1956. The original running time of the movie is 2 hours and 20 minutes, but with commercials, it goes 2 hours and 85 minutes. And what's really cool, by the way...
Wait a minute. Did you just say 2 hours and 85 minutes?
285 minutes.
Oh.
285
Because that would be 3 hours and something else.
I screwed that up. But it's really not even about Easter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's Old Testament.
Yeah.
Easter's New Testament.
Yeah, so it's really not about Easter. But it's a really good movie. It's a really good movie. And I'm sure there are some people who have watched the entire movie. But it's a rough watch with all the commercial breaks. 4 hours and 45 minutes.
That's too long.
It is a long, long movie.
I have found out that Matt is working, by the way.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
He is working?
Yep.
Fun fact, the 10 Commandments, massive movie. People love it. It was nominated for 7 Oscars and it only won 1. And you can probably guess which one it was.
Costume design.
Best special effects.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, sure.
Costume design. All right, let's play some buy or sell. Let's play buy or sell. Oh, there's Mose Allison. There you go. Let's talk about the classics. We were thinking every Thursday when Amy Smith comes on the show to talk about buying and selling stocks in the financial markets, why don't Coop and I guess me today, and McIntyre Murphy and Ryan, why don't we use the same idea for sports, music, pop culture, and more? So that's what we're doing today. So let's get started with buy or sell. Guys, I'll start.
Okay.
All right. A robotic Olaf from Disney's Frozen franchise suffered a dramatic malfunction at Disneyland Paris, collapsing mid-conversation with visitors. The viral video shows the snowman freezing mid-sentence before falling backward. His detachable carrot nose bounced on the ground. 2 park employees immediately appeared and took him back behind the wall. So, guys, buy or sell. Children over 9 find human-like robots creepier than the obvious mechanical ones because they perceive them to have a real mind. Buy or sell. Buy or sell. Children over 9 find human-like robots creepier than mechanical ones because they perceive them as being real with a real mind. Buy or sell.
Well, there's a lot of irony that you would have a Disney topic because I also have a Disney topic today.
Bring it.
Here's the thing: you are taking me back to the frighteningly traumatic times of what is that place down there? Billy Bob's Wonderland. the mechan. Oh, they're so scary. The mechanical music show. I have to buy this. I feel like the more realistic the creature is, or that's trying to portray, the more traumatic that's going to be for kids, especially when it just falls back and offs itself or whatever.
Yeah. It's like a scene out of Westworld, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're having a conversation with a sort of live being, and then suddenly he has a seizure and his nose is flying off. Ryan, we're talking about the robotic Olaf who had a seizure, a robotic seizure. Children over 9 find human-like robots creepier than mechanical ones because they perceive them to have a real mind. Buy or sell?
Yeah, I'd buy that. There's an entire genre these days about it called mascot horror. You got stuff like Five Nights at Freddy's, which is all about these like scary animatronics that live in like the uncanny valley where it's like not quite too creepy, but it's still unsettling, So yeah, this is very real, but I feel bad for the kids who are like just talking with Olaf, and then how kids scream. They take like a big deep breath in, like that kind of scream.
I wish I knew more about the conversation they were having. Like, what was it that really, like, they say
just we Olaf.
Well, they say a person can have a mental breakdown when they break like a shoestring. It's just the culmination of a whole bunch of stuff. So what was the thing that really triggered this mechanical Olaf to like lose his face?
Yeah.
Ryan, what have you got?
So, do you know what Easter's about, Dave?
Well, we've been talking about it for about an hour. I think I do.
Yeah. Easter eggs, right?
No, it's a very solemn religious holiday like food on the side and bunnies for some reason. Nobody really knows.
It's about resurrection, Dave.
Yeah.
And I know previous times on the show I've said that sometimes franchises need to end. Sometimes it's nice to have a definitive end point where you can say you can wrap things up tightly like a nice present. But today is not that day, Dave. I've been holding this in for about a little over a decade, maybe. Back in the day, there was this really cool thing that Lego put out. It was this line of toys called Bionicles. They started out in 2001, and the first run went from 2001 to 2010. Phenomenal sets. You get a little capsule, you pour it all out, you get all the parts there, you build the Bionicle, it's there. You can play with it. It's great. And they ended that first run in 2010, but they brought it back in 2016 for a second run. It's been radio silence since. It's been 10 years since they made a Bionicle, Dave, and it's a travesty. So on this holiday, which is all about resurrection, Dave, buy or sell, they need to bring back Bionicles, Dave.
I'll buy that. Why not? Why not? I mean, these companies, Mattel, Hasbro, they're having a movement. They're having a moment.
This one's Lego.
Well, whatever. I mean, I'm sure it's. Well, Lego's probably owned by one of those gigantic corporations, aren't they?
I'm pretty sure it's private because
Anyway.
it's in Denmark.
Anyway, the point is they're having a moment. So if there's a group of people out there who want to see this come back, bring it on back. What about collectors? Are they concerned about this?
Probably not for like those first generations of Bionicles, because there's definitely a limited supply of those. But if they make a new one with the same design principles, I imagine like there might be a bit of shock for collectibles.
All right, so I'm going to buy that. What about it?
I'm gonna call big business here.
By the way, Lego is in the 4th generation of family ownership.
Oh,
so you were right.
There you
You were right, Ryan.
Look, if they haven't brought it back, it was probably a business decision. There probably weren't enough people to buy the Bionicles to make it profitable to make the pieces and package them and send them to Ryan's house.
You're treading on very thin ice.
Sorry. But sometimes when something is good and successful, you just need to leave it alone.
By the way, Lego has never gone public.
Oh,
cool.
Never gone public.
Good for them.
So I'm selling it.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry.
All right, fair enough.
What do you got? What's your buyer sale?
All right, so Dave, you're a kind of a quasi-Florida guy.
Yeah.
You've lived there periods of
Yeah.
time, got the condo down there. Have you ever
Yeah.
been to Disney World?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Have you been to Disney World, Ryan?
Oh, I love Disney World.
You love Disney World. Okay, cool. So, of course, we all know Disney World, home of some famous rides like Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror. They've got Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind, of course, Space Mountain.
Thunder Mountain,
Avatar Flight of Passage. There's tons of things there. My beef with Disney World, you can squeeze over 1 million people in just the Magic Kingdom every day. Plus, the air in Florida feels like, do you know when you only halfway dry your clothes in the dryer, but you put them on anyway?
Preach it, brother.
Preach it. That is what just walking in Florida feels like. It's so hot. Plus, it's super expensive. On the flip side of that, you've got roller coaster theme parks. My favorite has to be Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. They call it the roller coaster capital of the world for a reason, because they have tons of coasters. They're awesome. Millennium Force, Top Thrill 2, Steel Vengeance.
I don't like where you're going with this.
Oh, come on now, Dave. Now, there's other brands of theme parks that are roller coaster centric. Six Flags, Kings Island, Hershey Park, Dollywood even. Again, you know, the lines can be long in these places too. The weather can be less than ideal depending on where it is and when. Buy or sell, guys. Roller coaster theme parks give you more bang for your buck than Disney branded theme parks.
Well, if you're into roller coasters, that's probably true.
Yeah,
that's probably true.
It's cheaper all the time, though.
Yeah. But I mean, the Disney experience is a little bit bigger. I mean, it's more than just
fair.
it's more than just coasters. I don't disagree with a little bit of what you said. It is, I've done a lot of work at Disney, and I've seen more than my share of parents with the 1,000-yard stare at the end of the day. Okay, so I think there's something to be said for that.
Okay.
And there are certain people who are only into coasters. It's like their goal, right? And maybe if that's the case, Disney might not be your best choice. But in overall, what you said in terms of bang for the buck. And Disney is pretty expensive, but there are different ways to get around at different times of the year. I guess I'm going to be slightly out. Slightly out. But you're onto something. But I'm slightly out.
I'm going to buy because here's the simple thing. When you get like articles about this is the fastest roller coaster, this is the tallest roller coaster, none of them are at Disney World or Disneyland.
That is true.
They've got good coasters, but they aren't thrill coasters. They're sort of family coasters where, hey, maybe there's a loop or two, maybe it goes real fast, but it's not going to, give you brain damage.
Yeah, but you know what? If you go to one of those places, there's a 0% chance that Olaf is going to have a seizure.
Yeah. And I think that's what Disney needs to start advertising on. The characters, the environment. They curate this entire park. Their mosquito prevention technology is truly amazing at Disney World. But they go through all this trouble to make an experience and take you out of the United States of America for just a little bit and put you into the Magic Kingdom, the Animal Kingdom, Tomorrowland, wherever you want to go. And it's truly impressive the amount of time and effort they put into it, but it's not for the thrill seeker. It's for the family.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But
Listen,
I don't think it's for the daredevil,
Matt, you can't strap a 6-year-old into one of the world's most dangerous coasters.
Well, now you could.
Well, yeah, I guess
it would have to be
technically
the
you
world's tallest 6-year-old.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's not age specific. You just got to be really tall.
That's right. All right, boys, that's going to do it. Thank you.
Yes.
That is Buy or Sell for this Friday. We do it every Friday at the top of the 4 o'clock hour. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and get into the entertainment report. And don't forget, Beer Friday is coming up in about 10 minutes. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Don't forget about our podcast.
Check out your favorite podcast provider
Or simply go to WVMetronews.com and click on the podcast link.
This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law.
On Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
All the sports West Virginia is talking about.
Nikki Izzo-Brown, coach of the nationally ranked WVU women's soccer team.
I think they're just having a very good understanding of each other.
Join Kyle Wiggs, Brett Howe, and Coach Hunter weeknights for Sportsline on Metro News Television. Available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, smart TVs, and online at WVMetroNewsTV.com.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
There's often an assumption that my nasal congestion, my sneezing, my runny nose, these are just things that I have to live with. A lot of times patients will tell me, I've tried every allergy medication, every nasal spray, I've done it all, doc. And then I'll frequently say, what about this? You need to come to the WVU Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center. If those things haven't worked, there are new options, new treatments. There's probably something we can do to help. You don't just have to live with those symptoms.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
Touchdown! Foundation.org.
You hear the excitement in this room? Yes. You know why it's electric, because we're all still riding high from last night when, on behalf of all mankind, America's Artemis II lunar mission successfully launched into outer space. Woo! Woo! Booyah! Suck it, Sky. Sorry, wrong energy. I've got moon madness.
All right, welcome back to the show. Almost halfway home on this Friday, the Good Friday edition of Metro News Hotline. Time for Talkin' TV and more. Here are the latest entertainment headlines from ABC.
ABC Entertainment News.
It's the weekend, and that means it's time to update that watch list.
Mamma mia.
In theaters, you can catch the animated sequel, The Super Mario Galaxy Movie. Chris Pratt and Charlie Day return as the voices of Mario and Luigi, and Luis Guzman takes on the role of the villainous Wart. He says the experience made him want to get into gaming.
I am going to hook myself up with a Nintendo.
That's some drama. Also in theaters, The Drama, starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson as a couple whose upcoming marriage gets turned upside down.
So he never quits.
Avatar Fire and Ash is now out on digital. The sci-fi epic follows the Sully family, the youngest of whom, Took, plays a bigger role in this third film. Actress Trinity Bliss spoke with ABC Audio.
We're both the youngest, and we both just want to keep up with the older kids and prove our worth and not be underestimated.
Mike Dubosky, ABC News.
Mike, thank you. On news from television, how about this? Brian Cox from Succession. He's been cast as a retired serial killer, the New York Ripper, in Season 2 of Dexter Resurrection on Paramount+. The character, whose real name is Dom Frant, first appeared in Season 1 through a file discovered by Dexter. According to Paramount+, the Ripper is no longer killing, but now taunts the survivors of his long-ago murder spree. That sounds pretty interesting. And on that note, we need a break, and I got to tell you that Beer Friday's next. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Jeff Jenkins. A 53-year-old coal miner from Chapmanville is dead after being struck by a large rock at Marfork Coal's Panther Eagle Horse Creek mine in Raleigh County Thursday evening. Aaron Warwicks had worked at the mine for about 4.5 years. A coal miner in Marshall County is dead after being pinched between two pieces of machinery this morning at the Ohio County mine. Marshall County OES Director Tom Hart says the miner, believed to be from Washington County, Pennsylvania, suffered crushing injuries to his neck and head. Hart says it's difficult news to hear.
Coal mining is a big part of not only West Virginia, but Marshall County as well. We have a lot of folks here in Marshall County that are employed at the various mines, so it's very difficult anytime we have to respond to something like this and you hear this tragic news.
You can read more on both deaths at WVMetroNews.com. State Attorney General J.B. McCuskey says he's working with other state attorneys general on ways to keep from drones being used to bring contraband into prisons and jails.
We need laws that make it easier for us to prosecute people that are doing this. Because the people that in southern West Virginia that had been indicted and convicted of this, they essentially got a slap on the wrist because there was no real way to really go after them.
Several state AGs have joined together on that effort. It's a sellout tomorrow. Marshall playing Illinois State for the WNIT crown. They sold all the seats in Huntington. You're listening to Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Come on, Liam, let's go. Get open. Come on, go for it. Wake up, Liam. Oh, come on, use your head. Gotta want it. Dominate.
There he goes again. Liam's dad yelling from the stands, trying to relive his glory days.
I know. We're just trying to have fun out here and play with our friends. Like, it's not that deep.
He seriously needs to get a grip.
Does he really think he's helping Liam play better?
I feel bad for Liam. I know he's embarrassed his dad ruins every game like this. I mean, I would be too.
Someone needs to tell him this isn't about him.
Yeah, stop trying to coach from the stands and just cheer.
That's what Liam wants.
That's what we all want.
Be your student's biggest fan, not their biggest critic. This message presented by the WVSSAC and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
U.S. Senator Shalimar Capito announcing today the U.S. Department of Transportation has chosen 2 Kanawha County bridge projects for full funding. The DOT will fully fund the replacement of the Dunbar Toll Bridge that connects Dunbar and South Charleston. Capito says federal funds will also fully pay for the deck replacement of the Kanawha Turnpike Bridge that passes over Interstate 64 in South Charleston. Total funding for the 2 projects, $65 million. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Jeff Jenkins.
It's 2 hours of sports conversation to wrap up your weekend. It's the CityNet Sunday Night Sportsline. Hey, this is Travis Jones. Join myself and Greg Hunter every Sunday night from 6:06 until 8 o'clock as we wrap up the sports weekend. We talk Mountaineers, high school, Mountain East Conference, and the latest in the national scene. The Sunday Sportsline is listener interactive. You can call or text the show at 304-TALK-304. It's a perfect weekend sports wrap-up on your favorite Metro News affiliate, or watch the show at WVMetroNews.com.
All right, welcome back to the show. 26 minutes till the hour. Matt Guitar Murphy is sitting in for Coop. So we are looking for the Beer Friday music, but don't play it until I'm ready, okay? Because I want to talk a little bit about baseball scores first. Let's do a little baseball update.
I like
here.
the way you think here, Dave.
So let's get a little baseball going on here. So the Pirates home opener that started at 4:12. Get it? Area code 412.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I like it.
You don't have to be a Yinzer to know that.
Well,
so the Pirates game is underway against the Orioles. They've now moved to the top of the second inning. No score between the O's and the old Buccos. The Reds, though, have put up a couple of runs against former Nat Mackenzie Gore, who's starting today for the Texas Rangers. So the Reds have an early lead on the Rangers in Arlington, 2-0. There are games in Major League Baseball that are already completed today, including the home opener for the New York Yankees. They defeated the Marlins today in the Bronx, 8-2 the final. Tigers at home in Detroit opening up their home opener, and they shut out the Cardinals this afternoon, 4-0. And the Dodgers, they spoiled the Nats home opener today. L.A. banged out 16 hits, and they beat the Nats 13-6. Now, I know what you're looking for. You're looking for that Brewers game, right?
Yeah, play the Royals tonight.
They play the Royals tonight. Games in progress. Other games in progress. They've gone to the top of the ninth at the Fens, and the Red Sox are looking to close out a 5-2 win over the Padres at the moment. Also in the ninth inning in Chicago, White Sox and Blue Jays, they're tied at 3. Bottom of the second inning, the Guardians home opener today in Cleveland, and bottom 2, no score in that game. So we'll keep you updated on all that stuff. All right, what about the beer music? You got it? All right, let's hit it. You can talk up to the post on this if you care to, but I just think it kind of stands, it does just fine alone. So,
I agree.
All right, well, let's find out what the listeners think.
No, we ain't no PhDs, but there's one thing that's for sure. When the whistle blows, everybody knows it's beer o'clock.
Beer o'clock.
I just can't wait.
Beer o'clock.
I don't want to be late.
Beer o'clock.
You know I worked all day for.
Beer o'clock.
Beer o'clock. You know, quitting time out here is beer o'clock.
Bum, 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 bum. All right. Coming in hot. Let's bring him up to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. That would be Pat Strader for yet another edition of #Beer Friday. How you doing today, Pat?
I'm doing great, Dave. Happy Beer Friday.
Man, I never know where you are. Let's establish your location, first of all. Where are you in our fine state?
I'm in the midst of yard work, so I'm in the fine city of Beckley at the moment.
Oh, that's nice. All right. Now, do you have to get the trimmer out when you go around the smoker?
No, I just kind of mow around it,
Okay. Well, so you but you don't trim around it, eh? Okay.
No, don't really need it.
All right.
Yeah.
Is this your first mow of the season?
It is. Yeah.
No, it's always fun. Okay, like every other guy, it's like forget picking up the sticks, man. I'm just going to start mowing. Is that what you did?
Oh, yeah, sticks, rose vines, everything else that's laying around is getting mulched.
All right, let's get into the beer because that's why we're here. By the way, if you've got a question out there about beer or the craft beer industry in our state, send me a text on that, 304-TALK, 304, 304-8255-304. All right, a good place to start anytime is Big Timber. What's going on there?
That's right. Yeah, Big Timber, they have back in cans, I should say, and I'm sure it's on tap in a lot of different places as well, but is the Lager Joe Lager. And this is always a really interesting beer. It's a light lager, but they also put coffee in this. And in fact, in this particular batch, and I think they've done this on other ones as well, they worked with Stone Tower Coffee from there in Fairmont. This is a really interesting beer. It's a limited spring release. It is available in 4-packs. So you see it and you want to try it, don't wait because it's not going to last too long.
All right, here's the thing also. Big Timber, don't forget, closed on Easter. So just be aware of that. They are open today. They're open now. They opened at noon, and they'll be open until 10 o'clock. And they've got 10 hours where they're open tomorrow, noon to 10, but don't be rolling in there on Easter Sunday. Maybe not the best idea. All right, let's move on. Here we go. Right in your backyard. Let's talk about your old stomping grounds with Parkersburg Brewing. Let's go to that part of the state.
One of their this was one of their first beers, I believe. But this is Pal Days is back, and this is a very classic IPA. It has Simcoe hops in it, which is a type of hops you find in a lot of different IPAs. But this thing is really fantastic, and the description of it is spot on. It provides a quote: "A nice berry pine aroma with complex flavor of berry and citrus." Again, it's not one of these like super crazy overpowering IPAs. So if you are kind of getting a little worn out, a little palate fatigue by some of the really crazy hoppy ones, Pal Days is really a fantastic version of it.
By the way, if you're interested in maybe learning the business or just looking for a job right now, did you see where Parkersburg Brewing Company is looking for servers? They are looking for servers, so they're right there on Market Street in Parkersburg. You can check the Facebook page, or if you're you don't want to do that, here's the number over there if you're interested: 304-916-1502. Pat, we've been doing this segment a long time, so I'm going to go out on a limb here, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to think that you have been a bartender.
No. I was never a bartender. I was a disc dog for many years, and I waited tables for many years, but never a bartender.
Matt, have you ever been a bartender?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Multiple places in Charleston over the years. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Were you ever a bartender at the Red Carpet?
Not the Red Carpet, but the Boulevard Tavern, Sam's, and the Cantina for a little while, too.
Oh, geez. What's the latest Sam's has been open? On a Friday night.
3 a.m. is the cutoff by, I think that's like state law or something.
Are you one of those guys that starts turning the lights on at like 2:50 a.m.? Are you one of those guys?
2:45.
2:45.
Come on,
That's
Dave.
like, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
That's exactly right.
Pat, I'm surprised by that. I would have thought that you would have been a bartender. Do you ever want to be a bartender?
No, I don't think so, because I think people would probably tend to talk to me too much, and I'm not really into that. So
Now, wait a minute. I'm guessing if somebody rolled in there and said, "I need a pitcher and I want to talk to you about the Grateful Dead," you could go on for hours.
yeah, I would definitely listen to some stories and maybe share one or two. That's for sure.
All right, let's keep moving here. What's going on in Amani?
Yeah, Amani, this is, I really love this, Dave. We talk about, sense of place quite often. This is a new coach that they have released, and this is part of a seasonal series, but they're calling this Seneca Rocks.
Yeah.
Really cool. Clocks in at 5.9%, and again, a little nod to the just incredible rock formation there at Seneca Rocks, and a really fantastic looking coach to boot.
How? When I'm seeing Amani has got like a free comedy show. Oh,
yeah. I'm so glad you saw that because I was actually meaning to put that in my email to you because we've been talking about how breweries are doing all these different things. I saw that and I was like, man, I wish I could get to Amani. I would definitely go to a brewery for a comedy show.
I think that's a great idea. So they're pointing out that they've got hours today, 2 to 6. So they're open now, but this comedy show, Brewing Up Laughter comedy show, is tonight, and it starts at 7 o'clock. So I hope they have a lot of good luck with that. That's on Ropp Drive over there in the Eastern Panhandle in Martinsburg. All right, we got one more stop to make here before we wrap this puppy. Let's talk about Fox Hops. What's going on with them?
Fox Hops. Yeah, they're in Elkins. They have released a new beer, and we're starting to see a little pattern here. I think people are starting to get their spring and warm weather beers out, but they have released a wit beer. This thing clocks in at about 6%, which is, on the high side for the style, but you know what? I'm here for it. But they're calling this McLeod 9. I really love this. But the description, expect a low hop bitterness, which again, it's a wit beer, very classic, old world kind of style. And they also, in the description, is a bright, fruity burst of orange flavor. So if you like those wits, man, this looks like a fantastic one. So the Cloud 9 at Fox Hop.
Hey, before we move on from that, just tell me a little bit more about the wit style. Does that come at a certain point of the year? What's the story with that?
Well, I think it was traditionally a spring type of beer, but the seasonality has really kind of went away, in my opinion. But we still see some of these things start to pop up. But those wits, it's a very classic. It has the coriander in it, and the type of yeast that is used in those wit beers, it creates these esters that kind of have like a note of banana almost. And in fact, I remember Ken Lynch at Bridge Brew Works, when they first opened up, they had a wit beer. He said people would come in and ask him for the banana bread beer, because it has that very, very distinct kind of note in all of those wit styles.
All right, so there you go. That is at 25 Bowstring Lane right there in Elkins. All right, let's get back to the mowing for 1 second, Pat. I mean, now you got the main smoker that now is it mobile? Is it in your backyard? It's on the trailer.
Yeah, it's on the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So on your back porch, have you got like the mini smoker, or do you keep that in the house?
No, I've got a little fire pit and a little outdoor cooking area, so I can do live fire cooking. I can run the Kamado Joe and, kind of kick back and enjoy a cold beer.
Matt, are you hearing this? I mean, this is exactly what I want to do when I grow up, man.
I think we just got an invitation.
Hey, also
Come on, hang out, boys. I'll put you to work.
Yeah, I'm not interested in picking up your sticks or anything.
Remote location for hotline.
So do you have a riding lawnmower? You seem to me like the kind of guy who's probably got an acre to mow.
Well, you know what? I do have a pretty sizable backyard, considering we live pretty much in uptown Beckley, but no rider.
All right.
No rider.
All right. Hey, great stuff. Hey, Pat, what's in your hand or what will be there soon?
Man, you know what? I got some Big Timber IPAs out here on till, and as soon as I get some yard work done, I'm going to sit on the porch and enjoy the sunshine.
All right, sounds good. Hey, when you start mowing and the yard work starts, does your dad help you, or does he suddenly disappear into the house?
No, I think he's jealous that he can't help me. I know that if he could, he would, and he'd be out there working just as hard as anybody. I know that, but no, he's not here helping me today.
Well, get him working on those pickles and tell him I'm thinking about him.
I will, Dave. Thank you.
Hey, Pat, great stuff. I'll talk to you next Friday at 4:30. Have a great week.
Thanks for having me, Dave, and happy Beer Friday.
Happy Beer Friday. All right. Another Beer Friday segment has come and gone. Oh, I love to pester Pat.
I couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell?
I couldn't tell.
Couldn't tell. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back and open up the On the State file in a moment.
Hi, I'm Zach Hupp, Project Manager with CEC. After graduating from Glenville State College, I took over my dad's surveying business. It was fulfilling, but when CEC came calling, I knew it was an opportunity I couldn't refuse. With CEC, I'm reaching clients I never dreamed of and seeing projects through to completion. It's more than a job, it's a new chapter. At CEC, we engineer progress in the great state of West Virginia.
Find out what CEC can do for you. Visit cecinc.com.
If you have a child who's a junior in high school in West Virginia or know someone that does, please listen up. Here's your opportunity to win a full scholarship from West Virginia Wesleyan College that includes room, board, tuition, and fees. The 19th Annual West Virginia Scholar Program is presented by ZMM Architects and Engineers and the West Virginia Farm Bureau. The deadline is May 3rd. For details, go to WVMetroNews.com to apply. That's WVMetroNews.com. Remember, application deadline is May 3rd.
Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law, will return right after these messages.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
Stay connected to what's happening today in West Virginia.
What about this or what about that? And it just went back and forth. And I was just the guy reading the text. Okay, so what's your take on the whole thing?
Well, now you just get me fired up. Now
right.
you just
so I'm gonna turn on. I'm gonna run down to Wendy's and grab a burger, and I'll be back.
Join Dave Allen weekdays for midday on Metro News Television.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. Take your pick from our massive selection. Now up to $5,500 off select new Acadias and 3.9% for 60 months. The great deals continue with our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
There's often an assumption that my nasal congestion, my sneezing, my runny nose, these are just things that I have to live with. A lot of times patients will tell me, I've tried every allergy medication, every nasal spray, I've done it all, doc. And then I'll frequently say, what about this? You need to come to the WVU Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center. If those things haven't worked, there are new options, new treatments. There's probably something we can do to help. You don't just have to live with those symptoms.
All right, welcome back to the show. From PNC Park, Connor Griffin, first major league at bat, RBI double. The Pirates are leading the Orioles 3-0, but that's pretty amazing, right? Pretty amazing. First major league at bat, 19 years old, in front of a packed house on the home opening day. RBI double for Griffin. All right, let's move on now and get into the On This Date file. And we will start with the birthdays, and we will start with the sports birthdays, as we always do. Some pretty interesting sports birthdays today. Rodney Hampton, running back for the Giants, 57 years old today. Michael Olowokandi, the Candy Man, the first overall pick in the 1998 draft by the Clippers from Nigeria, 51 years old today. Jared Allen, great pass rusher, 44 years old today. Cam Chancellor, Bam Bam Cam, from the Seahawks that won the Super Bowl, 38 years old today. Never Nervous Purvis Ellison, 59. Jay Bruce of the Reds and the Nats, he's 39 years old today. Bo Orlando, former Mountaineer, former Steeler, 60 years old today. From the world of entertainment, Alec Baldwin, 68. Adam Scott, 53. Jenny Garth, 54 years old today. Tony Orlando, tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree, is 82 years old today. Kobe Smulders is 44. Eddie Murphy is having a birthday today. Eddie Murphy is 65 years old today. Let's flash back to Eddie Murphy's first time on The Tonight Show in 1982.
I bought a new car recently. I ain't gonna say what kind of car it is, but in 82, the cars talk. Did you know that anybody get a new car recently? The cars speak to you. If you leave your lights on, the car will say, ding, lights are on. And that's bad, man. I leave my lights on purpose when I take a girl out. I get out the car say, lights are on. The girl says, did your car say something? I say, yeah, it did. But I bought my car from like a black dealer, so it got a different rhythm to it. You leave your lights on, the car say, hey, man, you left your lights on. I said the lights is on, man. Damn, what, you blind and deaf?
Eddie Murphy, 65 years old today. Birth anniversaries, Earl Lloyd, born in the state in 1928. First African-American basketball player in the NBA, played at West Virginia State. Died in 2015. Was a guest on our show multiple times. Very interesting person. From the movies, 1978, at the 50th Academy Awards, Movie of the Year, Woody Allen's Annie Hall.
What do you do when you get stuck on a movie line with a guy like this behind you?
Wait a minute, why can't I give my opinion? This is a free country?
He can give you. You have to give it so loud. I mean, aren't you ashamed to pontificate like that? And the funny part of it is, Marshall McLuhan, you don't know anything about Marshall McLuhan's work.
Really? I happen to teach a class at Columbia called TV, Media, and Culture. So I think that my insights into Mr. McLuhan, well, have a great deal of validity.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, that's funny because I happen to have Mr. McLuhan right here. So yeah, just let me come over here a second.
Oh,
Tell him.
I heard what you were saying. You know nothing of my work. You mean my whole fallacy is wrong. How you ever got to teach a course in anything is totally amazing.
Boy, if life were only like this.
So great. Movie of the Year, Oscar Annie Hall in 1978 at the 50th Academy Awards. Our musical birthday to the break, Sebastian Bach. He's going out with Twisted Sister. He's 58 years old today. The 5 things to know at 5 o'clock in sports are coming up next.
This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
5, 3,
All the sports West Virginia is talking about.
Nikki Izzo-Brown, coach of the nationally ranked WVU Women's soccer team.
I think they're just having a very good understanding of each other.
Join Kyle Wiggs, Brett Howe, and Coach Hunter weeknights for Sportsline on Metro News Television. Available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, smart TVs, and online at WVMetroNewsTV.com.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off, or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
There's often an assumption that my nasal congestion, my sneezing, my runny nose, these are just things that I have to live with. A lot of times patients will tell me, I've tried every allergy medication, every nasal spray, I've done it all, doc. And then I'll frequently say, what about this? You need to come to the WVU Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center. If those things haven't worked, there are new options, new treatments. There's probably something we can do to help. You don't just have to live with those symptoms.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
Sports headlines at 5 o'clock. Major League Baseball. The Pirates home opener this afternoon. The Bucks lead the O's 4-0, top of the third at PNC. The Rangers have tied the Reds. That game is now tied at 2. Top of the fourth inning. Earlier today, home opener for the Nats in D.C. The Dodgers spoiled the party 13-6. Softball in Huntington. Marshall's now in first place in the Sun Belt Conference, and they are leading Appalachian 10-4, top of the sixth inning. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Hoppy Kercheval, 5:55 a.m. How early did you get in that day, by the way?
Probably 3:30. Probably 3:30.
How long did you do sign-on shift?
I signed on like 7 years.
Not all.
6 days a week for 7 years.
Lightweight.
I know. Couldn't do it now. Now when I wake up at 3:30 to go to the bathroom. and go back to bed.
Welcome to the 2 o'clock hour, Metro News Midday, powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com on a Wednesday, and I apologize because Stephanie Pauly is our producer, one of the producers of the show, and normally she has everything. We have a thing we call the run sheet, when we have who we're calling and what we're doing and so on. And so, and Stephanie, I don't even know whether you know this, I did the run sheet today, and I put the wrong date on. I put 2025 on it, because how many of us in modern day actually write the date out anymore? I mean, you did it when you were in school, you did it back when people wrote checks and whatever. This may have been the first day that I have written the date down, and I was responsible for putting together the sheet. And my co-host, the lovely and talented AB, starts the show by saying January 24th, 2025, because she read it directly off the sheet. And it is indeed the year of our Lord, 2026.
Oh, yeah, he did find something out. Something, you're related to Thomas Jefferson?
Well, no, I'm not related to Thomas Jefferson, but I am related to Samuel Kercheval, who was a historian who
I'm going to tell you something about Samuel Kercheval. Him and Jefferson out smoking corn silk. Kercheval told him, Thomas, I don't know about this country. Might want to start again.
He could.
So I don't have a monitor here, so I really can't see what happens at the beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point do I pop up? When the music starts and Mr. Announcer comes on?
Yeah.
So they see all the little panic things that I do that I'm still in the process of setting up?
Yes. They see you shuffle about uncomfortably. They see you blow the dust off your headphones. They see you put in like 2 cough drops at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I don't do 2 at the same time. Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know that. I should probably... Now, these shows are archived, right? So I can go back and watch them.
Yes.
So I could live this show in real time and then go home and, when I say something to Linda like, hey, did you hear when I did this? And I don't watch it. Well, let's get in front of the TV and watch me do it again for 3 straight hours.
Yes, it's archived just like the audio podcast.
Ah, that's right.
And see, this is the thing that gets the NCAA in trouble, when it goes to court here. Is there a clock or not? Greg, we talk about the clock all the time. Mm-hmm. If he began in 2019, the clock should have run out, whether he's played the 4 years or not. And that's part of the argument, because some guys go right through the clock, right? TJ Finley, we've mentioned many times on this show. 7th team coming up this year. He's playing for Incarnate Word. He's played 7 seasons at 7 different schools. Now, why hasn't his clock started? Why doesn't he have the 5-year clock? So if you're Aguilar, I get it.
He just bounced him off the ropes. Somebody save this man. Oh, my Lord. Oh. Very nice, very nice. He hit him with everything he didn't want.
Ten seconds remaining.
Going to be a direct snap here.
Snap back. It's Tyler. Tyler fakes the run. He throws. He's got an open man. Pass caught 10. 5. End zone. It's a touchdown. Pulled in by Nestor. 3 seconds left.
Are you kidding me with the play call right there by Kevin Whiteman? Again, forget the game-winning field goal. Whiteman says, we're going to try and win this thing right now. The direct snap to Tyler sucked everybody up, and Nestor slips behind. What an unbelievable, gutsy play call, and then perfect execution by these Falcons.
Things aren't always going to be great. And sometimes, you can work really, really hard and it's still not great. You're still not successful. But, if you continue to do it, one way or another, things are going to be, work out. You're going to be successful. And it may not be in the world's eyes, but, God's made us this way. He's blessed us with so many things. And I think that's one of our attributes that we need to have is we're going to continue to work. We're going to continue to work hard. And if it doesn't work out exactly how we want, just keep plugging away because God's got better plans.
This is Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law. Metro News Hotline is a 3-hour audio tour.
Navigating the world of sports, news, entertainment, tech, and more.
From a Mountain State point of view, Hotline is a no politics zone.
You can join the conversation.
Text the show at 304-825-5304.
304-TALK-304.
Here's the host for Metro News Hotline, Dave Weekley.
All right, welcome back to the show. It's 5:06 in West Virginia. Time to start the third and final hour of our program today, Metro News Hotline. Good Friday, Easter weekend. Hey, some people are off. Some others are just getting off. So here you go. Let's make it official. Here's the weekend starting fanfare.
Fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. I love you, Red Sox. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody wants a new romance. It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
All right, there you go.
Enough is enough. I have had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday play.
Oh, almost interrupted Samuel L. there. Stepped right on him. Hey, play that again. Play that again.
Enough is enough. I have had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday play.
Nice. All right, here we go. We got a lot of stuff to get into in this hour. We will reset our question of the day. We'll talk to Brad Howe from Sportsline, who is out in Las Vegas with the WVU basketball team. What a game last night, right? What a game in the Crown tournament. And so we'll talk to him about that and maybe what's going on tomorrow with WVU and Creighton. We'll get to that in a sec. We'll play in or out. That'll be at 5:25. Aristotle Jones will be by with Sounds Good West Virginia at 5:33 this afternoon. And in the second half of the show, more of your responses to our question of the day, and we'll keep you abreast of all the things happening in baseball this afternoon. Connor Griffin with an RBI double in his first at-bat in the major leagues for the Pirates this afternoon. They continue to lead the Orioles 4-0. We've got our eyes on the Reds and the Rangers in Arlington. WVU's got baseball tonight against UCF, first pitch at 6:30. Marshall baseball at Appalachian. Marshall softball has the lead. They're getting ready to wrap that puppy up against Appalachian State. Marshall's WNIT championship game tomorrow against Illinois State is completely sold out. All the tickets are gone. By the way, because of that WNIT title game tomorrow for Marshall at 3 o'clock, they have moved the starting time of the softball game with Appalachian State tomorrow to bright and early 11 a.m. So if you're heading to that, make sure you're aware of that. So much stuff to talk about. Let me do a quick reset on our question of the day. It is, after all, Easter weekend. Question of the day, and it's sponsored by Salango Law. What are some of your favorite Easter-related meals and specific foods? And Peeps, are they a delicious seasonal treat or an inside joke that should be banned? What are some of your favorite Easter-related meals and specific foods? And Peeps, are they a delicious seasonal treat or an inside joke that should be banned? 304-TALK 304, 304-8255-304. Those are the text lines. You can also reach me on X at Weekly, WEEKLEY. One word, 3 E's, WEEKLEY. Let's go out to Sin City, and that's where we find our Brad Howe. He's embedded with the WVU basketball team after their win in overtime last night against Stanford, 82-77. Brad, how's it going out there, first of all?
Hello, guys. Good to talk to you. Going great. Weather is beautiful. It's sunny. It's mild, and a great win for the Mountaineers last night. So we are just getting ready for a film session. Then we're going to head over to T-Mobile to get a shoot-around in here within the next 15 minutes or so.
Oh, fantastic. I'm glad we got time to do our thing. So using all of all the slang I can figure from Las Vegas, I was going to say WVU in the last minute of that game last night, they hit on 19, right, in 21. They pulled an inside straight. I mean, everything that absolutely had to go right for West Virginia in the final seconds of that game did.
Yeah, it did. You could also argue the other way, Dave. You led that game for 30-plus minutes. That was really your game. There was a stretch in the second half where Corey showed why some consider him to be a first-round pick if he wants to come out. And they kind of took over in that little stretch, and yes, it did look like West Virginia was in trouble there late. But if you go back and take the totality of the game, that's the rightful winner, in my opinion. West Virginia was the better team for the bulk of that game. Now, yes, you needed to have some things go right at the end, including the old debate, do you foul up 3 or not? It certainly worked against Kyle Smith last night as you foul a 90% free throw shooter in honor. He goes to the line, bangs home 3, you get to overtime, and then you pull that game out. So fun game. I was really happy for our guys. They have, I've said it all year. Ross has said it all year. It's a great group. They're a pleasure to be around. They have been engaged and locked in on this thing, Dave, since the very beginning. It's a bunch of guys that just want to keep playing. They don't want their careers to end here at West Virginia, and we've got at least one more day for that to happen.
So I was watching the game last night, and I was trying to find out where your broadcast location was. Where were you guys in the arena?
We were like directly across from the West Virginia bench right at the concourse level.
Okay.
So because it's a tournament situation and there's not a lot of available room down on the courtside level, you've got 4 different broadcast teams you had to get in there. So we were up on the level above. So you lose a little bit of the vibe that you get when you're right down on the floor, when you can feel the physicality. What you gain is the ability to see some of the plays develop and see how the defense is working. And that's why early it was really easy to see how well West Virginia was defending, how difficult they were making it on a Corey, how hard it was for them to get anything going offensively, Stanford I'm referring to. And
Sure.
so that gave us a good vantage point for that. So sometimes that area isn't all that bad.
Watching the game on FS1 last night, I mean, the arena really didn't have a lot of fans in it. You could hear a lot of the shoes squeaking. It seemed like it felt more like and you're familiar with this, it had kind of like an NBA Summer League game vibe to it.
Yeah, a little bit. I will say I thought the West Virginia crowd was very noticeable. It came through loud and clear with our radio effects that we had, and I thought that was a good contingent for being however many miles away we are from Morgantown, and we know we have fans everywhere. And that's one of the things Ross said as soon as he walked off the floor. He said to Tony and I, he said, you guys have told me this since the beginning. When we show up somewhere, Mountaineer fans show up. So I was impressed. There was a lot of people, some familiar faces, some we didn't know that live out here in Vegas. So, yeah, it wasn't necessarily a packed arena, but for what it was and in that time of day out here with so many things to do, I actually didn't think it was that bad.
You know what? One of the other things about the game last night, we've been waiting for a game where West Virginia was like lights out at the free throw line, and it finally happened. 22 out of 26 at the free throw line. That was a big key to the win last night. I mean, when Huff got to the line for those 3 free throws to force overtime at the end of regulation, none of those shots even hit the rim.
And he wasn't even worried for a second. You could just see he knew he was going to bang him in. Been saying this all year, though, David. The free throw shooting's a really weird stat, and you're a big baseball guy, so I think you'll understand this. It's attributed to the team, but it's really an individual stat. It depends on who's at the line, whether the team has a good free throw shooting performance or not. Guess what happens when Honor Huff gets to the line more times than anybody else on the floor? You shoot a great percentage as a team. So it's a real individual statistic that gets put on the team, and that was no doubt the difference in the game last night, and that was one of my keys going in. Stanford was a bottom 60 team nationally in terms of opponent free throw attempt rate. They foul a lot. They gamble on defense. They try and go for steals. It's their whole defensive strategy, and that's fine if you get them, but West Virginia wasn't turning it over. A season-low 6 turnovers, lowest percentage of turnovers on the season, and what were they doing instead? They were fouling. And the bulk of those, all but one, came in the second half and overtime. So you were 21 of 25 from the line in the second half and overtime, and you're right. It was the difference in the game.
So I wanted to ask you, Corey, is he the fastest player with the ball you've seen this year? I mean, he just seemed extremely fast when he had the ball.
Well, Honor Huff is, to be honest, Dave. I mean, Honor Huff is the fastest, quickest guy I've seen in college basketball this year. Corey, though, is right up there. And certainly we've seen that as talented freshmen as you can get in this country, we've seen the bulk of them come through the Big 12. I'd put a Corey right there on the offensive side of the ball. he's tremendous. His ability to stop and start. And Honor's the guy I compared him with. And I know Honor doesn't have the ball in his hands as much as a Corey does, but that's what his skill set is like. His ability to change direction, stop and start, and change tempo on you is really difficult. And I thought you saw in that early second half why he got really cranked up there.
You know, Eagle staff has been up and down this year, but he had a really solid game last night. No turnovers. He took care of the ball. He made baskets. He had 18 points. So, you know, I'm thinking Eagle staff should be confident going into this game with Creighton tomorrow afternoon. And you got to give it to Huff, too. I mean, that was kind of one of the signs of an upperclassman where he struggled early in the game, but in the end, he was just lights out. He just made all the plays.
Yeah, two things on Honor. His game last night, their inability to contain him on the perimeter, and they had no matchup. Gieler trying to guard Honor on the perimeter was a complete mismatch, and Honor was going around him at will. Honor was converting those mid-range jumpers and floaters. And if he's doing that, now he's unguardable because you're putting so much pressure on him outside the three-point line because you're worried about the shot, and he can get by you at will. He did that last night. So I thought you saw his game really expand last night. From the Trayson side of things, Dave, we've been talking about this all year, and I know he didn't put up the number of 20-point games that you were hoping going into this season. Dude's a talented offensive player, and that was on display last night. They tried 4 different guys on him. None of them could stay with him, and he was dealing. He was really good, and quite frankly, without that stretch in the second half where he carried you offensively, you don't win that game. He was tremendous offensively, and I thought you saw the full array of Trayson offensive skills. Add to that, Dave, I'm not even sure the guy should be playing. He's got a serious turf toe that nearly kept him out of the Big 12 tournament. He is still battling that. That's an extremely painful injury, and he's been gutting through that and put on a really impressive performance last night.
So what do you know about Creighton? What do you know about the Blue Jays? I mean, they came alive in the second half and knocked Rutgers out of this tournament. This game tomorrow is in the middle of the afternoon here on the East. What do you know about Creighton?
Yeah, they're a team that's had a real up and down season, not the typical Creighton performance that we're used to. Greg McDermott's a guy that's widely regarded by most coaches and most people I know that know him well as one of the best offensive minds in the country and has been for decades. So you know they're going to run really good stuff. The challenge will be from the three-point line. They love to take the threes. They make a big percentage of those. So that'll be the matchup for West Virginia. Tempo will also be something to watch. They want to go fast. They want to get up and down the floor. Generally, West Virginia bodes well against those teams as they oftentimes get frustrated if West Virginia can control the pace. So I think this is one of those, this time of year, they've got some confidence. They're playing with house money as this will be Greg McDermott's last game at Creighton whenever they lose. Alan Huss, the former High Point coach, former Creighton assistant, is ready to take over that program and is already on their bench as a coach in waiting. So I think they're going to get a loose Creighton team, and we're going to have to show up and play again tomorrow. But I like our guys, Dave. I told you I love our prep. I love how loose we're playing. We're excited to keep going. And, heck, we're already here in Vegas. We might as well stick around for a couple.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we've got just seconds here in this segment, but I'm glad you brought up the McDermott angle because I think that's going to be a big angle on the game tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it is as well. And he's a wonderful coach and has had a tremendous career. I know Ross has a lot of respect for him. So their record may not indicate how good they've been, but that's been a tremendous program for decades. So it should be a fun one tomorrow.
All right. Are you in or out for our next segment, or you got to go?
It pains me greatly, as you know, but I've got to be out because we're just starting the film, and I got to pop in and get the scout here going on Creighton.
All right. Have a safe trip back from Vegas, and thanks for coming on the show today.
Okay. Thanks, fellas.
All right. We'll take a break, and we'll play in or out when we come back.
Hotline with Dave Weekly will return on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
There's often an assumption that my nasal congestion, my sneezing, my runny nose, these are just things that I have to live with. A lot of times patients will tell me, I've tried every allergy medication, every nasal spray, I've done it all, doc. And then I'll frequently say, what about this? You need to come to the WVU Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center. If those things haven't worked, there are new options, new treatments. There's probably something we can do to help. You don't just have to live with those symptoms.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
You want to know what West Virginia is talking about?
It's good to be back in Morgantown today.
Now it's different.
I think it's mostly just business.
What I voted for and what I think makes the most sense.
Well, Dave, this has been a bit of a controversy.
I want to thank the caller last week that said I sounded like Hoppy Kirchhoff. That was flattering.
Join Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows Monday through Friday for Talk Line on Metro News Television.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
All right, welcome back to the show. Look at this. No Brad Howe.
Lonely.
No Coop.
I am so lonely. Ain't got nobody.
Two-man bobsled edition on Easter weekend of In or Out. I say let's do this thing.
I think we should.
I say we do it. All right, here we go. Every day at this time, we focus on the stuff you talk about at the office. We call it, ironically enough, In or Out. The setup is simple. 3 categories: food or beverage, gut reaction. Finally, this one's about a celebrity. The topics of which change daily. Let's get started with food or beverage. Matt, Guitar Murphy, are you ready to go?
I am ready.
All right. Arby's launches the new French Dip Royale as a premium take on the fast food chain's French Dip and Swiss sandwich. It features roast beef, melted provolone, caramelized onions, steak seasoning, garlic aioli, served on a toasted sub roll with au jus on the side for dipping. It's available now for a limited time at participating locations nationwide at approximately $7.50. So, the French Dip Royale from Arby's, in or out?
I'm sorry, what was that sauce again?
It was au jus.
Au jus. Well, you know, Arby's is very underrated.
Not with me.
Oh, well, there we go. Very underrated among most people. And I really actually like their French dip. Add a few extra things here, some garlic aioli. I gotta be way in on this. In fact, that might be dinner now.
Yeah, so it goes for about $7.50, I think, for a limited time. And you saw the picture, right? I mean, it's big.
Yeah.
It's big. So, I'm in on this, too. I'm kind of an Arby's mark. Gut reaction is next. Okay, here's an Ohio inmate, Kenneth Newton, 27 years old. He surprised the judge this week by requesting 18 months instead of 12 months in his sentence, outlined in his plea agreement. because he wants to stay in. He wants to stay in to participate in the vocational and counseling programs in the prison. Here's a guy who wants to stay in prison longer, 6 months longer than his sentence, because he wants to be in part of vocational and counseling programs. The judge thought it was an April Fool's joke, but it's not. He wants to stay in. The judge approved the request. The sentence will run consecutively with a separate 2 to 3 year term Newton received earlier this year for felonious assault. Staying in prison longer because you want to be part of the programs inside the facility, in or out.
Okay, so the kind-hearted person in me thinks rehabilitation is a great thing. And if this guy recognizes the value of the program, all the better. On the other hand, that's going to cost more money right out.
Going to be right out.
Not even the 12 months, just kick him right out.
Hey, a couple of things. First of all, there's some people who really have a problem with life on the outside.
Okay, very good point.
And also on the outside, that might be where Bubba lives, and that Bubba might have a problem with this individual, and maybe he might be safer inside the facility. Just saying.
What? You have swayed my opinion. I am definitely now in.
I'm going to be in on this story as well. All right, finally, this one's about a celebrity, Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid, extra credit if you can guess his age. Dennis Quaid.
I'm not going to tell you. I have Wikipedia in front of me.
Oh, okay. It's surprising, though, right?
It is 71.
71.
Yeah.
All right, so Dennis Quaid is going to lead a NASCAR drama series called Thunder Road on AMC. It's a series in development there. It's a multi-generational saga following the Whitlock family, whose stock car racing legacy runs deep in Southern Hill Country. Quaid plays Dwayne Whitlock, a NASCAR legend who built a racing empire from moonshine runs and dirt tracks, but refuses to let it die. That's the idea for the show. Dennis Quaid, in or out? Dennis Quaid.
It's interesting that he has played like presidents, like multiple, like it's just his thing, which is, I don't know, I mean, kind of special, right?
Yeah.
The guy's been married 4 times, though. That's a bit of a red flag, but one of them was Meg Ryan, so that's some...
I think his new wife is like 40 years younger.
Well,
Not that I know about these
things.
things.
These guys, man. I mean, look, he's been in a lot of really great things, and I feel like overall he's a pretty successful actor, so I will be in.
He's been in a lot of sports movies. I mean, he was Everybody's All-American. That was a really good movie. He was really good in The Rookie. You remember The Rookie?
I do.
He was really good in that. The Day After Tomorrow, he has some of the funniest, unintentionally funniest lines. I like Dennis Quaid. I'm going to be in on this.
Okay.
And you know what? They got me. I mean, if it has anything to do with NASCAR or auto racing, I'm gonna at least check this out. I can't even tell you the last time I've watched anything on AMC.
Has there ever been a movie about NASCAR that was really kind of bad? It's like the one sport where I feel like, that they've all been okay.
Stroker Ace was pretty rough.
I don't think I know that one.
With Burt Reynolds and Jim Neighbors and that one.
How do those guys blow it?
I know. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Hotline with Dave Weekly will return on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Morgan Pemberton. Mason County is going to be booming with manufacturing jobs. The county has seen Nucor, West Virginia get past the midpoint of construction and saw Fronteras break ground Thursday at their site. Mason County Commission President Rick Hanley spoke to WMOV Radio after the groundbreaking ceremony. He says Mason County is the place to get a good-paying manufacturing job.
They're going to hire some people around here, and we're just looking forward to more people being hired, more Mason County put to work. And that's the thing. Jobs, jobs, jobs.
More can be read at WVMetroNews.com. A St. Albans High School graduate will represent the city Saturday during the NCAA Men's Basketball Final Four this weekend. Adam Fletcher is the University of Illinois' strength and conditioning coach. Fletcher says the opportunity to be on this stage is amazing, especially with this team.
and had a dream of being on this stage and knew that this university was special and would eventually have an opportunity to get back. Most recently they made it in 2005, but just incredible leadership at the university in terms of the athletic department, the resources that they've put in, and honestly just an incredible journey with a great group of guys on this year's roster that has led us to this point.
Fletcher becomes the third St. Albans native on the college basketball Final Four stage, joining Brett Nelson and Renee Montgomery. University is set to take on the University of Connecticut Saturday evening at 6. You're listening to Metro News. For 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Come on, Liam, let's go. Get open. Come on, go for it. Wake up. Wake up, Liam. Oh, come on, use your head. Gotta want it. Dominate.
There he goes again. Liam's dad yelling from the stands, trying to relive his glory days.
I know. We're just trying to have fun out here and play with our friends. It's not that deep.
He seriously needs to get a grip.
Does he really think he's helping Liam play better?
I feel bad for Liam. I know he's embarrassed his dad ruins every game like this. I mean, I would be too.
Someone needs to tell him this isn't about him.
Yeah, stop trying to coach from the stands and just cheer.
That's what Liam wants.
That's what we all want.
Be your student's biggest fan, not their biggest critic. This message presented by the WVSSAC and the West Virginia Athletic Directors Association.
The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers say they believe that they have been able to contain and remove all oil in R.D. Bailey Lake. The oil was released at a power substation during the winter. Anna Marie Ward of the Army Corps says although they are confident it's cleaned up, they are continuing to monitor.
Our team on the ground is continuing to monitor and maintain those floating boom systems for a little while longer, just as a safety precaution.
The spill was originally reported by the State Department of Environmental Protection on January 23rd. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Morgan Pemberton.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you.
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
All right, welcome back to the show. 26 minutes till the hour. And nice conversation earlier this hour with Brad Howe from Sportsline. He's embedded with the WVU basketball team. They won in the Crown tournament last night in overtime against Stanford of the ACC. So they're going to play tomorrow afternoon. And that game on FS1 is going to basically run right into the Final Four coverage on I guess is it CBS has got the games tomorrow? The big games? Let me check that, because sometimes they flip those over to Turner. Yeah, there you go. So the doubleheader's on Turner. It's not on CBS tomorrow. So the first game, Illinois and UConn, that's going to tip at 6:09. Illinois is favored by 1.5. Michigan and Arizona. You know, a lot of people think those are the two best teams, and that's really the de facto national championship game. I wouldn't be so sure about that. But that should be a great game. That game is going to tip at 8:49. Michigan is favored by 1.5. And, of course, Arizona making news today where Tommy Lloyd, the coach of the Wildcats, has agreed to a 5-year contract extension so you can take him out of the race to be the next coach at North Carolina. So we'll see where Carolina turns. There's a lot of thought that maybe they might turn to Billy Donovan. In any case, it won't be Tommy Lloyd. He's staying at Arizona. Let me also update you on a couple of other things. Softball-wise, Marshall has now defeated Appalachian 12-4. So Marshall's softball team is now 27-10. They're 9-2 in the Sun Belt Conference. They are in first place. They have moved into first place by virtue of these games with Appalachian State this weekend. And the scheduled game tomorrow for Marshall has been moved. They'll play Appalachian at Dot Hicks Field at 11 a.m. tomorrow, because they needed to get that time slot opened up for the WNIT championship game that Marshall's playing in tomorrow. That game is completely sold out between the Herd and Illinois State. That is going to tip at 3 o'clock. A couple quick Major League Baseball things I did want to mention. The Pirates continue to lead their game with the Orioles, but the O's have scored a run here in the top of the fifth inning, and they're still batting. Bucks put a 4 spot on the board in the bottom of the second inning and lead at 4-1. And the Reds have taken the lead in Arlington. They've pushed across a run in the top of the sixth inning, and they now lead the Rangers 3-2 there in the middle of the sixth. And college baseball, WVU will host a UCF. First pitch is scheduled for 55 minutes from now. Both teams are nationally ranked in the top 25 this week. And Marshall beat Appalachian in Boone yesterday, and they'll look to do the same when they meet up in Game 2 of that 3-game series tonight. All right, question of the day. It is Easter weekend. Hotline question of the day, and it's sponsored by Salango Law. What are some of your favorite Easter-related meals and specific foods? And Peeps, are they a delicious seasonal treat or an inside joke that should be banned? That's the question of the day. You can reach us. The text line here is 304-TALK, 304-825-5304. I'm on X at Weekly, WEEKLEY, one word, 3 E's, WEEKLEY. All right, without further ado, let's all get loosened up because it's time for Sounds Good West Virginia with Aristotle Jones.
West Virginia.
Oh, I tell you what. Now, you guys, you had me at a disadvantage. I was just a minor talk show host out here with a couple of professional musicians.
Sorry, man.
That's all right. Aristotle Jones, how you doing today, man?
Oh, man, I'm loving having Matt Murphy on the music, on the harmony with me. That's great.
I know. That sounded really, really good. You guys really should have just, shot my mic down and just taken it yourself. Taking it yourself. Or maybe you did. I don't even know. It sounded pretty good. So, hey, Aristotle Jones, are you performing anywhere this weekend?
I'm off this weekend, but this is pretty much the last weekend before the ball gets rolling for the summer and spring season. So I'm going to enjoy it, do a little yard work, be a normal, guy, and, swing a hammer or two. How about that?
Oh, now, wait a minute. You're talking about the yard work. We had Pat Strader on the last hour. He says he's mowing his lawn today for the first time of the season. Have you mowed yet, or is that coming up?
No, I haven't mowed, man, but I've noticed there's some amazing bees and other pollinators that are sniffing on those first flowers of spring. So I'm going to let them a little bit more, make a little honey for the summer. So I'm going to hold off.
All right, sounds good. All right, I love this segment because not only do we talk about musical talent in our state that needs more attention, but the places in West Virginia where you can go to hear live music. So let's talk about Cheat Fest. What are the details on that?
Oh, yeah. Cheat Fest is only 1 month away. And if you know, you know, because Cheat Fest is one of the earlier music festivals in West Virginia for the spring. It's going to kick off May 1st and 2nd at Albright, West Virginia at the Friends of Cheat Campground. It's their annual Cheat River Festival, and it's a celebration of rebirth and resilience of the Cheat River watershed. I don't know if you know, but a lot of people love to go whitewater rafting and enjoy the water sports on the Cheat River. So it's a weekend-long festival with an eclectic mix of music, art, and great vibes. It's featuring performances by the Hog Slop String Band, Wilson Springs Motel, Pictrola, Red Smith and Blue Dawn, Weary Space Wanderer, and more. You can get your tickets to that online at cheatfest.org.
You know what? Before we go any farther, I just got to go with and get your take on a couple of those band names, okay?
Oh, I knew you would.
All right. I mean, I would have liked to have been in the conversation where they decided to name the band the Weary Space Wanderer.
But aren't we all weary space wanderers on this big blue spaceship called Earth?
I know. No, that would be a wanderer. That's not what this is. It's Weary Space Wanderer.
That's right.
That's right. Matt, have you ever been in a conversation to name a band?
Yeah, but none of them are real bands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just like to give people fake band names because I don't know.
Aristotle Jones, if it's your band, you've got the final vote and the biggest vote, right? If it's your band.
That's right. Or if you have the venue where they practice, or a lot of times if you're the lead singer, people will just assume you're the person who named the band, so you might as well own it.
Well, like this other one too, like the Wilson Springs Motel. That's the name of the band. You know, I mean, it gets a little complicated when you're talking to the promoter, right? I mean, what's the
Or you're
band?
trying to figure out lodging.
Yeah.
Stage.
No, that's not the hotel where we're staying. That's the name of our band, the Wilson Springs
Imagine
Motel.
when they put it on the marquee.
Oh, that's even tougher. That's even tougher. All right, what's our good sound of the week? Oh, and I'm glad you're talking about Lewisburg. What's going on over there?
Oh, yeah, our good sound of the week is coming out of Lewisburg, West Virginia. Blue Twisted Steel, you've heard them on Sounds Good to Me, and you heard on Sounds Good West Virginia before. But they're doing a new twist, and it's a husband and wife duo that keeps the melody sweet and the music deep. Their latest release, Reasons, showcases their deep connection as musicians, songwriters, and life partners with a vocal sonic tone that's kind of reminiscent of Lou Reed. But it's an R&B ballad that kind of stays soulful and heartfelt. It's just a great listen. So here's the brand new single release by Blue Twisted Steel. Here's The Reasons.
I was walking down the street the other day. I saw a woman there passing by. I thought of you and all the things we do, and all the ways we make each other cry. Why can't we live life in each other's dreams instead of seeing things from a single side? I'm thinking of the way life used to be before we saw it in each other's eyes. Oh, this feeling's such a strong melody. I could sing it till I find your harmony. You are the reason
All right, there you go. Blue Twisted Steel. The track is called The Reason. And you nailed it, Aristotle. That does sound like your classic Lou Reed. I was just listening to one of Lou Reed's albums, Coney Island Baby, a couple of weeks ago. And it's one of his more lyrical. Yeah. It's got a lot of love songs in it, and I'm thinking that's fine, but that's not really the Lou Reed I know and really enjoy more. That's where this Blue Twisted Steel song kind of tapped into that whole storytelling vibe. I really like that.
Oh, man, put it on your playlist. It's brand new out today. And Blue Twisted Steel, they're one of my favorite bands in West Virginia. And Lewisburg is always a great place to hang out. So make sure you guys keep tabs on them.
Oh, man, Lewisburg, fantastic town in our state. Great food city. All right, what do you got going on with the Ruby Summer Concert Series?
This week was the week where the Ruby Summer Concert Series dropped a lineup for their summer concerts that's just so big and amazing, it almost took 2 pages to fill out. They have 12 amazing concerts that are coming up. And if you haven't been to one of the Ruby Summer Concert Series concerts, make this year the year you go. I'm telling you what, man, it's a summer-long concert. It starts on June 5th, goes through August 28th. It's every Friday night. Music starts at 7, but you can come a little bit earlier and just hang out with the music and listen and vibe along the Monongahela River. They were the winner of Best of West Virginia 2025 festivals. And they're kicking off their new series that's going to feature music from Switchfoot, Everclear, Ashley Cook, 38 Special, The War and Treaty, Hanson, and so many more, plus regional openers like the Heavy Hitters, William Matheny, Hello June, Kindred Valley, and more. For a full list of all the park rules and details on the concert series, visit rubyampwv.com. So I thought we would play a song from a band that's going to be opening up for Leftover Salmon on June 12th. Our own West Virginia band. Here is the Cooley Gang with their song, The Cooley Gang.
All right.
Me and the boys, we've been hiding out in our home way up in the hills. And the famine brought my daddy here when I was just a kid. I went to work in the mills. But tonight we'll go down Gibbon Glade just to see what we can find. I loaded up my little 38 and I'm waiting on the moon to rise. Silently creeping through the last day pistol, it was hot. My face, it was painted like a little Indian ready for war. And we busted on in like a hurricane wind.
There you go. Hey, you know, I like that when you have a song that's the same name as the band. I like that.
It's just good branding.
Yeah, it's really good branding. Hey, to get back to this lineup for the Ruby Summer Concert Series, you know what? I'm not kidding. I think this is probably the strongest lineup maybe they've ever had. I mean, to get Everclear and Tonic and 38 Specials on here. And, Jimmy Vaughn is still with the Fabulous Thunderbirds, so he's coming in to play a show. That's going to be on July 31st. This is a really good lineup.
If you can make your way to Morgantown this year, honestly, on a Friday night, come on in and catch a free concert. These are major headliners. And if you want to hear more about what's going on, I actually interviewed Vincent Kitch from the city of Morgantown, who put together the lineup. And we talk about how you do a giant concert series, and you'll get to hear a lot of the local openers on Sounds Good to Me tomorrow morning right here on WCHS and on WAJR in Morgantown.
One of the things I think is interesting about this lineup is there's a Pink Floyd tribute band called The Dark Side of the Moonshine. It's made up totally of West Virginia residents. You're dealing with some pretty classic tunes there, so I'm guessing they wouldn't be good or they wouldn't be in this lineup.
Well, Dave, if you want to come up and catch that show with me, you just let me know. I'll make sure I bring an extra lawn chair for you.
There you go.
It's going to be great.
There you go. Hey, so what's on your show tomorrow that's going to be on many of these same affiliates?
I'm going to be talking about the Vincent Kitch, and we're going to be playing music from the Ruby Summer Concert Series from the West Virginia artists that are going to be opening up for the national headliners. So you're going to kind of get a nice preview of the summer festival scene here in Morgantown and just who you're going to see on it.
All right, Aristotle, thanks for coming on the show as always. I really enjoy your work and what you do with this segment. I'll let you get back to the yard work, and I'll talk to you next Friday at 5:33.
I'm going to put on my gloves to avoid the blisters so I can still play my guitar.
Attaboy. All right, we need a break. We'll come back with more in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Worried about paying for college? Metro News is proud to present the 19th Annual West Virginia Scholar Program, where one high school junior in West Virginia will win a full scholarship to West Virginia Wesleyan College, including room, board, tuition, and fees. For details, go to WVMetroNews.com and click the Apply Now button. Deadline is May 3rd. The 2026 West Virginia Scholar Program, presented by Greer Industries and the West Virginia Hospital Association. Go to WVMetroNews.com and apply today by May 3rd.
Hi, I'm Alex Cook, and I'm a project manager with CEC. When people ask why I work at CEC, I tell them it's because we turn visions into reality right here in West Virginia. I point out the roads, parks, and bridges we've developed and the streams we've restored. Then I mention the team, engineers, surveyors, scientists, all working together and the supportive culture we share. It's CEC, we engineer progress in the great state of West Virginia.
Find out what CEC can do for you. Visit cecinc.com.
Hotline with Dave Weekly will return on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
There's often an assumption that my nasal congestion, my sneezing, my runny nose, these are just things that I have to live with. A lot of times patients will tell me, I've tried every allergy medication, every nasal spray, I've done it all, doc. And then I'll frequently say, what about this? You need to come to the WVU Medicine Sinus and Allergy Center. If those things haven't worked, there are new options, new treatments. There's probably something we can do to help. You don't just have to live with those symptoms.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off, or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
You want to know what West Virginia is talking about?
It's good to be back in Morgantown today.
Now it's different.
I think it's mostly just business.
What I voted for and what I think makes the most sense.
Well, Dave, this has been a bit of a controversy.
I want to thank the caller last week that said I sounded like Hoppy Kirchwell. That was flattering.
Join Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows Monday through Friday for Talk Line on Metro News Television.
leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia. The High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Warmer drives and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Thank you for caring.
All right, relatively short segment here, but time to touch on a couple of things. First of all, the Orioles have been retired in the top of the fifth inning in the Pirates home opener at PNC Park this afternoon. Bucks continue to lead that game 4-2. The Reds have grabbed the lead in their game. It's the home opener for the Texas Rangers in Arlington, top of the seventh now. Reds continue to lead that game 3-2. The Reds have a pair of runners aboard, but there are two outs in the inning. The Nats were losers in their home opener earlier today to the Dodgers 13-6. The Tigers beat the Cardinals in Detroit 4-0. The Yankees won their home opener against the Marlins. The Yankees have won 6 of their first 7. 8-2 the final. Red Sox win in their home opener at Fenway over the Padres 5-2. Final in 10 innings, White Sox beat the Blue Jays 5-4. Your Brewers will be at it tonight, 7:35 against the Kansas City Royals. Games in progress. Also, Cubs and Guardians. It's the home opener in Cleveland for the Guardians. They're tied with the Cubs, 1-1 in the 7th. 6th inning in Denver. The Phillies putting it on the Rockies, but then again, who doesn't? 10-1. The Marshall baseball game in Boone begins in about 5 minutes. WVU's game with the UCF, two nationally ranked Big 12 teams. First pitch in Morgantown scheduled for about 35 minutes from now. You've got the women's basketball Final Four. The winners of tonight's games will go to the national championship in women's basketball. South Carolina and UConn will tip at 7 o'clock. The 9:30 game between Texas and UCLA. So all 4 number 1 seeds in the women's NCAA basketball field have advanced to the Final Four, so we'll see who comes out. And we don't really have anything definitive on Luka Doncic's MRI on his left hamstring. He was forced to leave the game last night in a blowout loss by the Lakers to OKC. It did not look good. But there is no report yet on what that MRI has shown. We should get some details on that later tonight, but not in time for this show. So let's take a break, and we're wrapping it up for the day and the week in a moment.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says,
avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com. with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Wounded Warrior Project helps post 9/11 veterans and their families realize what's possible. With support and resources that bring warriors together and empower them to become stronger, both inside and out.
It's possible to begin healing.
To get the help you need.
To find peace.
And as each warrior's needs evolve, so do we. Because these last 20 years are just the beginning. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
Anyone can choose to make a difference. You can help people succeed, rebuild after disasters, protect the environment, or feed the hungry. Not only will you make a difference for others, but for yourself. You can earn money for college, learn career skills, and make friendships that last a lifetime. Make a difference. Choose your future. Choose AmeriCorps.
It's 2 hours of sports conversation to wrap up your weekend. It's the CityNet Sunday Night Sportsline. Hey, this is Travis Jones. Join myself and Greg Hunter every Sunday night from 6:06 until 8 o'clock as we wrap up the sports weekend. We talk Mountaineers, high school, Mountain East Conference, and the latest in the national scene. The Sunday Sportsline is listener interactive. You can call or text the show at 304-TALK-304. It's a perfect weekend sports wrap-up on your favorite Metro News affiliate, or watch the show at WVMetroNews.com.
Talking to your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Moving Day, a walk for Parkinson's, is happening around the country. More than just a walk. Moving Day is a fun experience that unites the community in the fight against Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's doesn't stop, and neither will we. So let's get moving. Join the Parkinson's Foundation to learn more and register for an event in your area at movingdaywalk.org. That's movingdaywalk.org.
The Library of Congress invites you to visit the revamped Veterans History Project website, where firsthand accounts shared by U.S. military veterans are accessible to the public. Performing a search of the collection is easy. First, go to loc.gov/vets. Click Explore the Collections. Scroll down to Search the VHP Collections and click. Make sure you're searching this collection, and with simple keywords, you can find what you're looking for. Visit loc.gov/vets today.
All right, folks, we're late. We got to get on out of here. Thanks for listening to the show today. Stay tuned for the news at the top of the hour and then Sportsline. My name's Dave Weekley. I'll talk to you Monday at 3:06 right here on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
Hotline on the Metro News Network is presented by Salango Law.